Hey y'all, I got something to say. I just got a clip from pedo supporters over trying to twist this narrative. Let me shut my door. Hold on. About how there's a crime community. Hey y'all, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna look at the chat because I got something in my mind and I gotta say it because I will get distracted. How they're the crime community and they touch on triggering topics and they might things that they say might be triggering and interviews that they have might be triggering to some folks and blah 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 and Fox News does it. Look, y'all ain't Nancy Grace over here, okay? Because I ain't never heard Fox News get some people up there and ask if they jack off in prison. If you want to be a true crime community and you want to be a true crime reporter and you want to have true interviews, how about you ask the same questions that they ask, okay? Not these crude ass questions. Oh, do you jack off in prison? I'll come fuck you. I'll take one for the team and come fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. You're disgusting. And you got the nerve to sit there and point the finger. You can justify this any way you want. I didn't hear Fox News or CNN over telling everybody to go sub up his YouTube channel. You can try to justify this any way you want to, but you are supporting a pedophile over in his chat. And you could sit up there and say, oh, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he did all that. I didn't know that he was this type person. I didn't know what his charges were. But he was on CNN and Fox News. Which one is it? You didn't know who he was and what he was about, but you watched his interview on Fox News, Armchair Detective, and Daily Mail. Which one was it? Because if you watched all his interviews, you knew what the fuck he was about, though, right? You support a pedophile for views and subs. You fucking loser. The fuck out of here. You're fucking disgusting. You're fucking disgusting. You are not Nancy Grace. You are not. I know it says Rich Life of Roach Trips. I don't know what to tell you. I forgot to change it. Sorry. If you want to be Nancy Grace, then conduct yourself like Fox News and CNN and whatever. I ain't never heard Fox News or CNN interview anybody and say, are you jacking off in jail? So when you get the need to beat your meat, you just do it, right? It's the type of questioning, you dumb fuck. Conduct yourself in a professional manner if you want to be a professional reporter, and I use that term loosely. Like your fucking lips. So don't sit over and get on your high horse and say, well, we touch on touchy subjects. We do talk about triggering things. No, you talk about triggering things in a gross, disgusting way. It's the way you conduct yourself, bitch. You're gross. Your line of questioning is gross. You want to talk to somebody like that? Fine. Nobody would have had a problem with it if your questions were, so did Chris Watts mention anything to you about killing his family? Did you, if you'd have had your line of questioning in a way that, I don't know, professional people would question people like that. Not, do you jack off in jail? Do you jack your dick? You want to, I'll come fuck you. Go sub up his YouTube channel. I don't remember Fox News. I mean, I didn't really watch it, but correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Somebody tell me in the chat, did Fox News sit over and shout out his YouTube channel, tell go sub him up? I doubt it. Y'all are disgusting. Oh, it's all funny. Hee. They're big ass eagles. What you got an eagle for, boo? You ain't Nancy Grace. You ain't Anderson Cooper. Go sit the fuck down. And Mallory. Mallory. Hold the phone, Mallory. You're gonna make t-shirts, are you? Well, let me ask you a question, Mallory. When you were chasing D-dubs all over God's green earth, hmm, hmm, hmm. Y'all was so worried about some kid in a group home that might possibly be jacking it under the desk to a girls in wide brim hats. What, a month ago? Now you sitting up there with a pedo telling everybody to go sub up his YouTube channel. I'm so confused. Right, you know exactly down to the penny how much money was scammed, but you didn't know this motherfucker was a pedo. Okay, seems legit. And like I said, y'all can bash me for being over there in Troll Avenue. You can bash me at Savage. Troll Avenue is disgusting. They say those disgusting things. They talk about going to piss on your dad's grave and skull fucking your dead mother and all this other shit. But you know what they won't stand for? They may say some disgusting shit. They may call you the F word, the R word, the N word. They may say some nasty shit. But you know what? It's fucking words. Let me tell you what Troll Avenue did when a motherfucking registered pedophile showed up over there. Let me tell you what they did. They didn't give a shit if you said what you said to them. They all banded together and got that motherfucker gone. But you all over making excuses for why a pedophile was asked if he jacked his dick in jail. Really? Really? Get the fuck out of here. No, there's no gray area. I'm starting my own community. Fuck all y'all. It's your line of questioning. It's your approach. But see, you're a fucking moron and you don't know any better. That's the problem. As I said, I don't ever recall Nancy Grace asking somebody if they're jacked their dick in jail. If you want to have somebody up there like that was a cellmate of a famous, I don't want to say infamous serial killer, and you want to interview them, I don't have a problem with that. But it's the line of questioning. Do you jack off in jail? So when you get the urge, you just beat it, right? Does Chris Watts jack off? Why are your questions sexually related about masturbation and sex? It's gross. That's not the type of questioning that professionals in the crime genre ask. I have never seen an interview with Jeffrey Dahmer on any platform that's public where the interviewer is asking about his ejaculation in prison or jail. Ew. And that's why you're fucking scum. So you sit up on your panel calling anybody, and everybody knows I ain't never been no fan of none of them people over there. We ain't never been friends. So y'all can say, point your finger at me and say what the fuck you want. But all y'all motherfuckers was all 498 of y'all was over in Diane's stream the other night getting your Lawn Chair Mafia membership back. So don't come over here pointing the finger at me. Some of y'all was in my motherfucking chat over there talk about I was taking up for Diane, and then I see you all over there. You see me type over there. Yeah, was I lurking over there? I want to see who the fuck was over there. You right? You right? But I seen y'all same ones over there saying, you ain't taking it for Diane, getting your lawn chair membership back. So don't come over here pointing a finger at me, you motherfucking hypocrites. Right, Right, how's that not a huge red flag? Because let me tell you something, Starlight. Unlike most of these motherfuckers, I'm actually have a license because I worked with this population of people for more than 20 fucking years. Let me tell you what happens when you're locked up in jail and you're a child molester, you're a pedophile. You have those urges and you can't fulfill those urges. So what you do is you self-mutilate. Yeah, because I have a license to speak on this exact topic, unlike most of these motherfuckers around here who say, oh, I'm a psychologist. I'm a psychologist. I've been to school for this, but you don't have a license. Because, see, what happens is you can't practice because you don't have a license because you did the clinical. You have to actually have some experience. You can sit in a classroom and learn all about shit on textbook scale, but you have to actually be out there and learn hands on. Okay? They self mutilate. It's like a teenager when they start cutting, it releases endorphins, that type shit. I've seen him scrape pieces of paint off the floor and stick it in the end of the urethra. And if he had to have surgery, a neurosurgery to fix his urethra because he's damaged it so bad, that ain't his first offense. And unlike what everybody thinks in prison, because I worked at Kentucky State Reformatory, in prison, they don't separate the child molesters from GP. They don't do it. They just tell you don't talk about your charges. So what they come up with, so they don't get the shit beat out of them, is, oh man, I was 18 and she was 16. She lied to me about her age. She was 13 and I was 20. She lied about her age. No, really, she was 5 and I was 22. Well, oh, thank God she was 13 and not 5. Well, what's next? She was 5 and not 2? It's fucking disgusting. It's your line of questioning, you moron. You can have somebody up there you want to have an interview with, a cellmate of somebody. Doesn't matter what they did, but it's your line of questioning, but you're too stupid to realize that. That's what people are having a fit over, idiot. You're disgusting. You're gross. You're sick. The only interest you had in was if somebody was jacking off in jail or not. There was no interest in the Chris Watts case itself. You wanted to know if somebody was masturbating behind bars. Gross. That's not a topic and you want to compare yourself to CNN or Fox News or Anderson Cooper or whoever the hell. You want to compare yourself to a documentary? No, you're a low budget. I don't even know what. I can't even compare you to anything because you're so disgusting. Right. Newsflash, Molly Golightly. A pedo don't want you, boo. And now you're so concerned about how his court case went about choking his sister? Hello? Here's the thing, Lissa. If they got him up there because they wanted to know the ins and outs of Chris Watts, you know what I'm saying? I could foresee that. I could say, okay, well, they were trying to get the scoop on Chris Watts. Is it something that I would do? No. Is it something that I would watch? Probably not. I mean, I'm not into true crime. I'm really not. But I could see that, okay, well, they got him up there because they're true crime and they want to know the ins and outs of Chris Watts, and they want to know if he said anything in prison. They want to know if he said it or jail or wherever he was. They want to know if they talked to him, what he talked about. They want to know his personality. They want to get into the dirt about what he was about, what he talked about, what they had conversations about, maybe what he heard over the phone, the gossip, the dirt. Not if he jacked off in fucking jail. That's gross. The same questions that Fox News would ask. Like, not like, oh, do you fucking beat your meat in prison? Hey, Stitches. Hold on a minute, y'all. And you got the nerve to sit there and compare yourself to these news channels? They didn't ask those type questions, and then you wonder why. Well, you know why. Then you're just trying to like do a little bit backpedaling and try to make up an excuse and run this narrative. Well, they do it, and we're in true crime, and sometimes we talk about triggering subjects. I get that, but you having this man up there talking about what he did to a fingered a 13-year-old girl. You're gross. You're gross. Hey, Tally girl. And anybody that supports that, gross. Because I see that, some of y'all, the views are the views like the wind. It goes over here, so all y'all flock over there and agree with what they saying. And then they don't get no views no more, and the views all go over here, and y'all flock over there and agree with what they're saying, even if it's a fucking hypocritical situation. I can't with some of y'all. I can't, and I won't. When everybody's running around after D-dubs, y'all, D-dubs, you had your torches and your pitchforks, Mallory, but now that, the views is over here and you think you pick up some views and subs, a little bit of coin, now I'm going to have t-shirts made. I'm a PETA supporter. It was the same exact scenario. So why are you flipping now? Why are you flipping now? D-dubs did the same exact thing. Didn't register as a sex offender. You had your pitchfork and your torch out after him. Remember that? After he pulled a knife on you. Okay? This motherfucker did the same exact thing, supposedly. Choked out his sister. Didn't register as a sex offender, but you okay with that? I'm confused. Somebody help me understand. Somebody help me understand how this is okay. I'm trying to figure it out, Undecided. Is there some way you can explain it to me? Because I keep saying it over and over because I can't get it through my head. Well, help me understand, Christy. Can you help me understand it? Don't hide them. Obviously, they're getting something that I don't. Unhide her so she can explain it to me, how this works. I'll wait. I'm waiting. Unhide them so they can explain how this works to me, because obviously I'm stupid. Right, Val, a level 3 PETA. I don't want to repeat myself. This is me now, because apparently that's an issue. But they can't explain it to me, so I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Apparently they don't want me talking about it. They want to sweep it under the rug and keep going on with their pedophilia over there. I mean, I don't know. I protect my kids from that type thing, so. I don't let that type thing in my kid's life. Even if I was on, true crime, I don't allow that type thing around my children. So, right, I don't think I can repeat it enough. Listen, right, it doesn't make sense to any normal person, and I'm going to keep repeating it because obviously you don't fucking get it. And if you have a problem with it, then fucking leave. Because obviously you don't get it. Because as Shannon said, I don't see anybody clipping this and nobody else is talking about it. So obviously you all support it too. If it doesn't make you mad and sick, then obviously you support it too. Right. I'm confused about how someone gets triggered with any talk of sexual assault but could go on a panel with a guy that actually speaks directly to him and not get triggered that actually sexually assaulted a 13-year-old, supposedly. Apparently, Starlight, I don't understand how these people are so. The only thing I can gather is they're so blinded by their own hate for other people that they can't see the forest from the trees. That's the only thing I can get. And I'm going to keep saying it over and fucking over until you get it, because obviously you fucking don't. This community, we used to throw tomatoes at each other and be like, fuck you cunt, fuck you bitch, oh look, your fucking house is dirty, oh look how dusty your fucking kitchen table is. But goddamn, we wouldn't let a fucking pedophile in this goddamn community and tell people to go sub him up. Why is this okay? Tell me why this is okay. You don't want me to repeat myself, then explain to me why this is okay. I'll wait. I'm still waiting. You're on block, Christy. What's your opinion? In what universe is a fucking porch the voice of reason? Some of us, I mean, I know a lot of y'all put up videos of your kids. You want to sub this motherfucker up, or you want this motherfucker trolling around your channel? Sticking paper clips in the end of his dick to your fucking daughter putting makeup on? The fuck out of here. Right. Oh, hold on. I must have missed it. You know, I can't see real good. Hold on. Exactly. You want to talk about people targeting babies? Are you fucking serious? It's still going on undecided. Go over and look. But everybody's okay with it. He's got a fucking wrench, undecided. Yes, he's got a channel. They're subbing him up. Wake the fuck up. He's got a channel. How many subs he got now? Somebody tell me. I don't know. Thank you, Hello Starlight. I love how does it matter? He's in the comment sections. Go look. I'm not gonna do your work for you. If you ain't paying attention, you need to go do it yourself. I can't. We're at 400 new subs. Duh. Wake up, undecided. Because you over here. Well, did something new happen? Did something new have to happen? It's toxic as fuck. Right, cutie pie. Yeah, that is my normal tone for real. Okay, well, you go start a channel and you allow him in your comment section and you like and heart his comments, okay? And you get on your live stream and you tell people to go sub him up and watch his videos, okay? Get this fucking stupid motherfucker out of here because you're stupid and you're probably undecided. Go put a picture up. Because obviously you undecided about whether or not you support a pedo. So I don't want you in here. Bye-bye. Get him out of here because they're fucking stupid. You a troll anyway. Go on. And you wonder why people yelling at you because you undecided. Well, guess what? I just decided that I don't support pedos and you undecided about it. So you got to go. Bye-bye. Well, then turn your volume down. I don't know what to tell you. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Fucking dipshit. Right, they're channel building for him, idiot, in case you can't catch on. Let me slow it down for you. They are channel building for a pedophile so he can stream. He got 400 new subs and they like it and heart in his comments and him's got a wrench in their chat. What part of that do you not understand, boo? Right. Right, and you want to ask me questions, I just want to repeat myself and then bitch about me repeating myself. Well, you fucking stupid. I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you. Turn your fucking volume down. I don't know what to tell you. Hold on one second. I'm just saying, if you ain't mad, you should be. If you excuse this, you're fucking dumb. If you excuse this, I tell you what, if you think this is okay, how about you invite this motherfucker over to your house to babysit your children? How about that, since he's so reformed and all? How about you let this motherfucker come over to your house and babysit your kids while you go to the grocery store? How about that? Since you trust him and all. Tarek Hughes, they don't stream it. No. Oh, she's saying that he just came on panel. No, you have to allow somebody on panel. You have to send them the link, drop the link. You have to allow them to come up. No, it isn't, because maybe let's say I like to dress like a fucking bunny rabbit and Mike likes to dress like a carrot. How is that dangerous? Because last time I checked, Eric fucks adults, not children. He fucks children. So ask me again. Ask me again how that's dangerous. Eric fucks people over 18. He fucks people under 18. Again, I'll ask, I'll wait, and I won't get an answer.
Well, hello, pirate.
Hi. Hold on, Steve. I'm sending you a link. How is it? Right. He has current charges of assault. How is that reformed? He just went to court Friday for choking the fuck out of his sister. But Eric likes to wear diapers in the privacy of his own bedroom. That's so dangerous. With somebody over 18 years of all age. What's your Stitches?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
What's your opinion on the whole situation?
What do you mean? What's my opinion? I mean, it's not very hard to understand what's going on. I mean, the guy's convicted sex offender. He's got pending charges for assault on a female. He's over in what's her name's chat. You can't mistake what kind of questions she was asking him, because just listen to what she says. She wasn't asking him the questions about what it was like, blah blah blah, whatever. She's asking him fucking nasty ass foul questions, and then they help him get a channel. I guess they're the channel sponsors.
Well, what I heard was that because they're a crime channel, they can have him up there to ask him questions, and they have, some of the things that they talk about up there are triggering, and that it can be triggering because they are a crime channel and it is about crime. But nothing you asked was about fucking crime. It was about fucking masturbation. Gross.
Exactly.
That defense would have worked had you asked questions related to the Chris Watts case, or if you really like, what did he talk about on the phone? Did you see him making phone calls? You know, that type shit. But everything you asked was about sex and masturbation, you gross motherfucker.
Yeah, and what's he going to be doing on his channel? What's it for? I mean,
Well, they helped him build it so he can groom children.
Oh, yeah, well.
And anybody that sits in that chat and watches that is a fucking pedophile, as far as I'm concerned.
I thought when you was level 3 sex offender, you weren't even supposed to be on the fucking internet.
I don't think you are. Like, I'm gonna have to call my friend, because I actually have a friend that worked at KSR that was in charge of registering the sex offenders when they got released and explaining Megan's Law to them. If you don't know what that is, you need to fucking look it up. So I'm gonna reach out to her and see if he's even allowed to be on the internet.
All right,
Also, somebody needs
Sarah.
to check where he's at if he's registered, because he's absconded twice and not registered. So.
Laura said she can respect him because he was so forthcoming when answering questions. Well, I mean, what the fuck's he gonna do? Lie about it? He's the problem I have is, oh, I didn't know who he was or what he was about. And then you turn around and say, well, he was on Fox News and CNN. Okay, well, then you watched his interviews on Fox News and CNN, so you knew who he was and you knew who he was about, and you lied.
And also, Nancy Grace and them didn't cheat on their husband, say they go fuck a pedophile.
Exactly. You're exactly right, Amanda C.
She's a stupid whore.
But Courtney and Michael, I don't have a problem. I don't think anybody would have had a problem if they had stuck to the questions, the topic. Like, okay, like Chris Watts, you know, you see him on the phone? Did he talk on the phone to people? You know, what did he say on the phone? Did he ever say anything to you about the case? You know, and got to the actual case. But the questions were disgusting.
Yeah, you know, and when I asked in Laura's chat yesterday morning, when I asked her, because she was talking about Diane, and so all I did was ask her what were her thoughts on Molly having a pedophile on the panel, and she went on, oh good God, here we go with that. I mean, we're the true crime community. They were just trying to you know, because of the Chris Watts thing, blah 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 blah. I'm like,
well, according to her, pedophilia is all right as long as you're over 5.
But the Chris Watts thing, none of the questions that you asked were relatable except for masturbation.
Right.
None of the questions you asked were relatable to the Chris Watts case except does he jack off?
And she said, why ain't you over there harassing Fox News and the Daily Mail and blah blah blah?
Because Fox News didn't ask about if he was jacking off in prison or not.
Right.
Fox News did. Nancy Grace didn't stand up there and say, well, I'll take one for the team. I'll go fuck him.
Right. Exactly.
And people don't sit around saying it's all right as long as they're over 5.
Right.
So Jelly Bean says he's not allowed online in Texas.
Is he in Texas?
I have no idea. I haven't even bothered looking.
I don't know. They need to change that. This shit needs to become federal.
Right. Nancy Grace didn't have him on a live stream, giving him the opportunity to access hundreds of people in a chat either. So there's that. Did they say, shout out, go sub him up over on YouTube and get out his YouTube channel?
So Ruby Red says he's not supposed to be online.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Molly Golightly can pay for that a little bit. Since she's a true crime, she should know that, right? She should know the law since they all armchair fucking lawyers and shit.
There's nothing true about that woman. Shit.
Right. And Nancy Grace ain't over flicking her beans talking about him neither. Lissa, listen to me. This is why I have to repeat myself if y'all don't know. Lissa, listen to me. Molly Golightly said she would take one for the team and go sleep with him. Kidding or not, you're fucking gross.
Yeah,
Who
that's what
jokes
she
like
said.
that? Go listen to the stream. Stitches ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, I heard it.
I'll take one for the team. I'll go sleep with him. He don't want you, boo. She said Wisconsin. Wisconsin what? Oh, he said Wisconsin? Right. Fox News doesn't have a small community with women who have children in it. So you want to I don't care if it was Chris Watts, bitch. If I knew he was a convicted pedo, he would be kicked so hard he wouldn't touch ground for a week.
Kicked my ass. Be worse than that.
Look, and even if they didn't know that he was one, once Pam got up there and told them, then they let him back up there. So you can't say,
Right?
I mean,
Pam called y'all out, you dumb bitches.
you know, that's bad.
Sounds like the entire community is getting overrun by pedo lovers.
Hey,
What I want to know
understand.
is all them people that helped build his channel, are they going to allow their children over there to talk to him?
Right.
I mean, that's what the channel's for, to groom children, I'm assuming.
All right. This is all at the end of the first live stream. And yes, it is. Struck down a law preventing registered sex offenders from using social media such as Facebook and Instagram. Well, it depends on here in Kentucky. It depends on what level sex offender you are
Well,
when you get out of prison.
he's level 3, tier 3.
Well, if you, it depends though. If you are caught distributing child pornography online, you can't be online. The sex offender.
Well, if the Supreme Court said it's okay for them to be online, then there's other means to take care of pedophiles, and it's very simple. To
right?
me, the only
Sharon
good
Shanks.
pedophile's a dead one.
Like you can't fix that. There's no fixing that.
Right. I mean, even the interviews that's been done with pedophiles that actually knew that they had a problem, they said themselves that they can't help it. But they, you know, there are some that feel remorse, and there's some that know what they done is wrong. But they, like they say, it's an illness, a mental illness that they can't control. I mean, there's been pedophiles in history that have actually killed themselves because of it. So the ones that don't show the remorse or just go ahead and, you know, remedy the problem themselves, they're just because they like it, and they're evil little fuckers, and they need a bullet right between the eyes.
That's why
Okay.
I said the public's going to have to deal with this if the law's not.
He can be on social media, but not. Well, he contacted females, ain't he? They had to contact some kind of way in order for him to get up and get that link to get up on her panel, right? Because Stitches, you can't just come up on somebody's panel. You got to get a link, don't you? You got to take a link, get a link. So,
Right. And even like when you come up here, you know, on Zoom, if you're using Zoom, once they get a link, then you have to let them up, or they just sit in a little white room forever. No, we don't have green rooms or white rooms. It's what color it was when I was in there. White.
I think you can request it, Susan, but I don't think like
the host. I think we should make that green.
But a green room again? Oh, I don't want to talk about them green rooms again.
In green rooms,
we ain't
that's
going back to the green rooms.
That's where all the horrors and shit
Hey,
hang
Sally.
out.
We ain't going back to them green rooms. Them green rooms got people in trouble.
Well, hello, Sally Spencer.
Sally Spencer?
Oh, she got last night. She got a phone call from somebody. Got her Lorraine and Bobbitt's phone number, so I guess she's gonna call her up and see if she masturbates.
But see, Pirate, this is the deal. This is why that's why I kept hanging with y'all, because y'all call the shit. It's the same for everybody. You know, here with a lot of these cliques or groups, it depends on who you are to the level of what you can get away with. You know?
Right. Like Mallory. Mallory was all about getting D-dubs, you know, arrested and all this shit, which I mean, I didn't disagree with her because he was not registered as a sex offender. No matter, I don't care what he did. He was a registered sex offender. I'm sorry. You should have fought that back then. It's too late now, 20 years later. So like, you know, he pulled a knife on her, whatever happened. It's not my business, but I mean, he was wanted. He was in trouble. It is what it is. You should have done what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But now, because, you know, the wind blew over this way and that's where all the subs and views is at, she is supporting this one even though it's the same exact scenario, Stitches. The same exact scenario. D-Dub supposedly had sex with a minor. This dude supposedly had sex with a minor. D-Dub's pulled a knife on Mallory. This dude choked his fucking sister. What's the difference here?
There's not none.
At all. But she was on one side on one because, you know, that's where the views and subs was at. And she's at the other side on this other one, even though it's the same scenario, because that's where the views and subs is at. I can't do that. I got integrity. I'm not, no. Am I a hypocrite sometimes? Yeah. Sometimes I don't see things right, and I expect my friends to call me on it. But what you're not going to do is sit up here and act like that this is okay, because it's not. And you can sit up here and say, why are you repeating yourself? Because you don't fucking get it. That's why. And I'm going to keep repeating myself till you motherfuckers get it.
Yeah, they'll never get it though. That's the problem.
And I ain't deflecting from nothing because I ain't no fan of Diane, and everybody knows that. And Diane, take your friend request back on Twitter. I don't know why the fuck you did that. I am not, no. Go on.
Exactly right, Amanda C. Look, I'll tell you a story about this. So, as a lot of people know, I used to be a bail agent, a bail bondsman. So I get a call from a guy that's in jail, and he says, "Can you get me out of jail?" I said, "I don't know. What are you in there for?" And he said that he talked to somebody underage online, and they come and arrested him. I was like, "Oh, really?" So I said, I said, "Call me back in 30 minutes." So what I did was I called the arresting officer, and I said, asked him what so-and-so was in jail for. Well, yeah, he did contact somebody underage online, but he did more than that. He also met with that underage person online, and just so happens to be that underage online was a deputy sheriff. And so when he met with that's how he got arrested. They didn't just come arrest him for talking to somebody underage online. You know what I'm saying?
Intense everything.
So that's not how they do that. They get you when you come to meet them, because this shows the intent there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so when he called back, I told him, I said, "No, I'm not coming to get you out of jail." And he's like, "Why?" I said, "Because I just don't want to." He said, "Well, you need to tell me why." I said, "I don't have to tell you anything." He said, "Well, I just want to know why." I said, I said, "You want to know why?" I said, "I'll tell you why." I said, "Because you was trying to pick a 13-year-old girl online, and you actually went to go pick her up. You didn't. It wasn't like you just was online talking about like you said." I said, "And guess what? I happen to have a 13-year-old daughter." I said, "So if I keep you in here, I know that I don't have to worry about nobody else's daughter getting messed with." I said, "Because you've messed with mine." I said, "I'm going to be in here." I said, "So the best thing for me to do is just leave you in there, and it gets me, out of the whole deal."
Yeah, and burn in hell and hang up.
But
on
most bondsmen, they bond anybody for anything. They don't care. It's all about getting money. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things I wouldn't bond you for. If you were stealing from somewhere, I wasn't bonding you, because if you're stealing, that means you got a drug problem, and you're stealing to support your habit. And then whenever you don't go to court, I got to figure out which crack house you're in. That's the reason why I don't steal you, bond people for stealing. But other than that, okay, that's my little spiel.
Well, some people have integrity. It's just like YouTube. Some people got integrity, some people don't. It is what it is.
And for the most part, half of YouTube doesn't have integrity. I don't know what that means.
I mean,
well, it's selective. It's selective integrity. They like to have it when it benefits them.
Right.
Anything for a view or super chat.
And so there are actually some people, okay, that are creators that are so full of themselves that they think they are actually celebrities, and that they can do these type things. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a YouTube celebrity.
Right.
Shit. You get over 1 million subs, then I might consider you a celebrity. Till then, you're nothing.
Right.
Yes, that is true, Johnny Silverhand.
That's true.
Well, like I said, y'all keep going over here and fucking with it. Keep on.
You ever see the guy on YouTube that's a Marine? And him and his team set these people up and they actually go meet them. You ever seen him?
Yes. He's on TikTok too.
Right.
They just set him up for the cops, right?
Hell no. He confronts them. He talks shit about them. He talks shit to them. Some of them want to look, some of them want to get frisky with him, and he tells them right straight up, go ahead. He said it wouldn't be nothing more than I'd love to take you out right here.
If you think he's reformed, invite him over to watch your kids while you go to the grocery store. I bet you won't.
There's no such thing as reform in prison.
I bet you won't.
You're not an asshole, Monchichi. You're just misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's on TikTok too.
Yeah, I've seen several of those groups that get around getting these morons because the cops don't, the law doesn't do anything.
But look,
Right.
Sally Spencer, there's some of that behavior that people do on YouTube that it's really them. That's how they really are in real life. Because there's some of that you can't act some of that stuff. Some of that is that's how they really are.
Right. That what happens is that they put up this front in real life, like that's how they all, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they have so much integrity and they're such good people. But then when they get behind closed doors, when they think nobody's watching and they get on YouTube, that's who they really are.
Right.
This is who I am in real life.
Exactly.
Ask anybody that's met me, because this is who I am.
The same shit I tell you on here, I'll say to your face. It doesn't matter to me.
Like we had this conversation yesterday on Pearls. Felons share prison. Right. They're like there's a whole prison community. You know that, right? They won't even entertain the pedophiles.
Right.
Y'all realize that, right?
Right.
There is a whole community on here where felons share prison stories. They will not even entertain the pedophiles, y'all.
Usually pedophiles get killed in prison. So.
That's what I'm saying. Contrary to popular belief, they don't separate the pedophiles in prison. They do in jail, but once you get to prison, they say, don't talk about your charges. So they come up with this lie. Oh, she was 16 and I was 18, man. I didn't know. She lied to me about her age. She was 13 and I was 20, man. She lied to me about her age. She was 17 and I was 18, man. She lied to me about her age. That's the lie that they tell the whole time they're in prison when really the little girl was 5. So that they don't get the shit beat out of them.
I don't believe that, Susan. Yay.
I also seen a documentary where all those people, once they get found out, they'll go sucker punch a guard so they'll get put in the hold.
That's right. And that they will do something every time. I worked SEG, motherfucker. Every time, like within 2 or 3 days, they're about to get released from SEG, they'll do something stupid, like start a fight, throw piss on somebody, so they'll get more SEG time. I know motherfuckers that have spent the entire time they were been in years in prison in SEG because they don't want to go to GP because they know they're going to get their ass beat.
Exactly, Lisa. I am too. I'm nicer online because a lot of these people that's come at me online, if they would have been standing in front of me, I probably would have popped a couple of them. Just saying.
Oh, there's a bunch of people here on YouTube. They act bad, but if you ever confronted them, they'd put their tail between their legs and run off.
Well, I didn't say that you couldn't be, Miss Susan. I just don't think you're naturally that way. Hey, Pirate, Angelo said, where's the link? You forgot him. You forgot about him.
He can get in here. No, you ain't got to send him a link. He can get in here by himself. We share.
Oh, okay. So he's just messing with you.
Happy birthday to Hippie Mandy, by the way. Happy birthday, Hippie Mandy.
Happy birthday, Miss Mandy.
Yeah, he's just messing around.
Oh, send him the link if he's too lazy to go get it. Just send it to him.
Okay.
He's too lazy to go get it.
He is. We share the same Zoom.
Oh, okay. So yeah, why can't he just log right in?
Right. But y'all never make excuses because that's where the views and the subs is at right now. Go on.
See, that says something about people in general, though. If that's the stuff that gets the views and subs, you know what I'm saying?
Look, I don't give a fuck about views and subs. I'm not selling candles. I'm not. If you notice, I ain't got no join button. I'm not trying to get y'all to, because I'm not trying to take money from these motherfucking people.
I think you should have a join button. Then that means people could actually join the pirate ship. You know what I'm saying?
But it costs people money, dude. I ain't trying to do it.
I mean, do it for a penny.
I think the lowest one you can get is 99 cents.
Okay, do it for 99 cents.
But I don't do enough for y'all to pay me 99 cents a month.
look, that's why I would want to have a Patreon or something, because then I'd actually have to commit to doing something. It'd be like work then, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not that interesting, and I don't really do enough. I might pop live here, pop live over there, pop live over here. I mean, I don't do that. I don't feel right doing it. Like I said, I don't feel right doing it. If it was a penny, if I could do a penny, I might do a penny. But I think the lowest one you could do was 99 cents, and I don't feel right doing it. I don't do that join button shit. I don't feel like you should have to pay to come talk to me. I did it, and I'm not gonna sell nothing. I'm not gonna do candles. These people that do that shit are here to make money, yo. And if y'all can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. And the minute
but I actually don't have a problem with her selling candles, though. I really don't, because at least you know what she's doing, and she's not fronting that she's doing anything that she's not with them. So selling, that's on you. It's just like if you go to Amazon, they got all kinds of stuff, but you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have the problem with the candles, but you got a join button, you got a Patreon, you got a Discord. True. I mean, you got you got Twitch. Goddamn, how many platforms you gonna be on where you can rake the money in, yo?
Right, but still, that's another thing. If you're on here and somebody wants to donate to you just because they like you, then that's a different story. Then I don't know.
Also, the join thing, half these people are in violation anyway, because if you read the terms of the join, you get that you have to provide join member content only, and a lot of people don't even do that. So they should shut them down.
I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I don't know.
Look, I come on here to have a good time, release a little bit of stress, and bitch. And that's honestly, that's what I do.
Now, if you want to make money by talking about jerking off and shit like that, go someplace else.
Go join you a fetish site.
Oh, there's Hippie Mandy. Hey, Hippie. Look, I finally recognized that was Hippie Mandy. It says Manic Mandy, though.
Yeah.
Is Angelo here? I thought I heard him come in.
Yeah, no. He showed up in the thing, yeah.
Shut up.
Who are you telling shut up?
Angelo. He said no.
No, I didn't hear him.
I didn't either.
He's here.
Oh, yeah, I seen him when he popped in.
Angelo! Angel Ho!
I don't never pop the thing out so I can see.
Always have the participants open popped out.
It shows you here twice, Pirate.
That's because it's him.
It's him.
It's Angelo, not Angelo.
Angel Ho.
Angel Ho.
Angel Ho.
Hose. Speaking of hose, what's going on, Steve?
Not much. Just up here griping about the pedophiles that overrun the community.
You know what? I fucking can't. I really fucking. They wonder why I can get fucking downright fucking dirty and mean. That's why. Fucking Jesus.
She literally sat over there and said, because we're the like, I just heard it. We're the true crime community, and we talk about triggering things, and we have to have people up on our panel that may trigger people that's done, crimes and stuff. I get that, but your level of questioning is fucking disgusting. That's the problem people have. If you want to have a murderer, okay, let's say, for instance, she wanted to interview Jeffrey Dahmer if he was still alive. Let's just say, I'm just picking that out of the air because I don't really follow a lot of true crime, so I don't, you know what I'm saying? So let's say she had Jeffrey Dahmer up on panel and they were going to have an interview. You don't sit there and ask him if he jacked off in jail. Right. Your level of questioning is disgusting. It's inappropriate. They're not going to ask the fucking Zodiac killer if he what he's thinking about while he's beating his meat in his cell. Grosso.
You certainly don't get up there and say that there's cures and that they can make medications not to be a fucking pedophile either. Because there's absolutely no scientific fucking evidence to support that.
No, there is not, because you tell me what medicines those are, because I did MedPass on the pedophile unit for fucking a year at Louisville Metro. So you let me know what those medications are, because I guarantee you they're not getting them. Matter of fact, there was a bar and we had to, when I did MedPass up on the fucking SEG unit for the pedophiles at Louisville Metro, when I first started there is a bar that separates us and them 6 feet apart, and my arms were too short. So what we had to do, you can't give them anything, you can't give them plastic med cups, you have to use the paper ones, because what they'll do is they'll take the plastic med cups and they'll distract you and steal them. You had to watch them, and they would cut them apart, or like after you left, if they got a hold of a med cup or you accidentally gave them two because they stick together, they would take the med cup and sharpen it on the floor and stick it in their penis. So what you had to do is you had to use the paper med cups, you had to put the pills in there, smash it up, put it on a thing of paper, and push your arm all the way through the bars because I couldn't reach, and then let it fall out into their hand. Now what? But I never worked there though. Okay.
Shit.
Like I said, if you want to have him up there, you're questioning sucks. You're not Nancy Grace. Like, you're like low budget. I don't even know what. Like, it's a joke. You're a fucking joke.
She must be getting satisfied at home since she had to satisfy herself with a pedophile. Yeah, that's pretty sad.
I ain't never heard Nancy Grace say I'm gonna go fuck him.
Yeah, in fact, and I'm not a big fan of Nancy Grace, but I'll tell you what, if that pedophile had been on her fucking station,
she would have ripped him apart.
That interview would have went completely different.
Well, they wouldn't have been talking about his masturbation habits either. I mean, like I said, I don't watch that shit, but I have watched a couple things. Like, Shannon had me watch a couple things that I was kind of interested in, and the level of question that I heard was like, okay, well, like, did he ever talk about the murders? Did you ever hear him on the phone? Who did he talk to? You know, like that kind of stuff. Not like when did he jack off? How many times a week did you hear him beating it? I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, but there's that. Like, if they had just questioned him and that'd been the end of it. But again, you're gonna have everybody go sub up his channel, give him a wrench, and let him hang out in the comment sections. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of the females are mothers and have videos of your children doing things like putting makeup on, swinging at the park, of your kids on your YouTube channels. Do you really want him over there watching that?
I'll tell you what, if I was still married, my wife sat and done that kind of shit, that computer would have been out the fucking window, and she'd be lucky she wasn't behind it.
Right, she asked pointless questions.
She asked questions, and it was all about getting under the skin of the people that they dislike. I get it. But in that sense, I give no passes to anybody supporting a pedo just so you can be mad at somebody else. Sorry. Not sorry.
It's whatever. You can point the finger at whoever and say whoever's it says. I don't care.
Here's Miss Rainbow.
What's up, Rainbow?
Miss Rainbow, how you doing?
I don't hear her.
She's not in the thing.
Oh,
She's in the chat.
Oh, yeah, she's in the chat. And I'm not going to stay long because we're about to. I give the dog another bath because he went out. I gave him a bath yesterday, and apparently he didn't like the scent of chamomile.
Speaking of dogs, I got to take mine to the PARK, and I have to spell it because she knows what the fucking word is.
Oh, yeah.
You keep saying it like that and then taking her, she's going to know what PARK means.
Right?
Shut up.
Dogs are pretty smart, man. They pick up on shit real quick.
I mean, they'll learn that, because if you say PARK and
Yeah,
then you
sure.
leave and take them with you, they're going to think after a while when they hear PARK, you know what that means.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I
All
saw
right,
that life
I'm
rewind.
taking him to STITCHES is MALONE.
You really want to scare him? Say, I'm taking the dog to the vet.
She likes the vet. She gets treats and fucking
Exactly.
Oh.
Mine don't like staying at the vet. They don't mind going and leaving, but like if we
overnight.
have to leave them there, they don't like that.
Well, mine didn't mind the vet either till she had to get a couple deep muscle shots.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, I got up on Wendy's and kind of basically gave the background of why I'm fucking pissed off. And of all people, and I know you touched on this before, Pirate, about Pam's whatever, I forget what she called it. She labels it as rape, which is rightfully so. When she was raped,
I mean, if she feels like she was raped, I'm not going to argue with her. I do think she was. So something happened to her as a child. That's all I'm going to say about it.
she categorizes it as rape, and quite frankly, it to me that, I mean, I have to classify it that way too, because we were not able to. I mean, at her age, she definitely wasn't able to give consent. Neither was I. So that was rape, and the law classifies it as different things for fucking legal technicalities. But anyway, she had to get up there and fucking clarify her position.
So, Power, I have a question for you.
What?
Did you see what Randy put on Twitter today?
I'm not. I don't.
I
follow
don't
any of
listen to them people either.
Why?
I saw it.
What was it?
Because if you've seen it,
She said that she's disappointed and let down by
right, and she's not going to be sitting around to be left out and dry or something like. I don't.
Oh, she'll be live tomorrow. I'm not
left
listening.
holding the bag.
Oh yeah, she's not going to be left holding the bag. That's
No, what? You got left holding the bag already, boo. I hate to burst your bubble, Randy. I mean, God love you. You a loyal motherfucker. I'll give you that. Randy will fucking go to the end of the earth for her motherfucking friends. But I hate to tell you this, Randy, and I'm not trying to be a bitch, okay? I'm really not. But, I call it as I see it. Stitches will... I will call you out as I see you, whether you're a friend or a foe. You have already been left holding the bag, boo. That happened months ago.
Yeah.
And then you went right the fuck back over there and climbed right back up on top of that horse. I'm sorry, but it's already happened. You and Wendy was both left holding the bag, and then you act like nothing happened. So I don't know what to tell you. The only thing I can tell you two is to stay the far away from that as possible. So that's where I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
if you're sharing the roost with a particular person, then you deserve anything that comes down the
well,
pipe.
you know how it is. Guilt by association.
Right. Hey, Savage. Girl.
Hey,
Girl.
What's on Savage Live?
I mean, what you mean? Randy, you late to the party, boo. You was already left holding the bag, motherfucker.
Right.
And she was on there hosting with her the other night, wasn't she?
Yeah, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I mean, it's just that there's no other way I can say it. You was already left holding the bag, honey. You was.
Anybody know if I can use JB Weld on my head gasket by any chance?
You might be able to use it to seal the outside up, but you put that inside on the metal. They're about to grind that shit off.
I'm asking for a friend.
He said today that he's going to buy 2 new heads. He don't really need them, but he's going to go ahead and buy them anyway.
He's gonna buy two new head
I
gaskets?
was at work whenever he said that, and I am in the automotive industry.
You know
And
how
I
much
looked
that
up
costs.
2 remanufactured heads for the V10 are $1,200. That's just for the parts. For the heads, you got to buy head gaskets, intake gaskets. Got to have somebody do it, or unless he's going to do
Well,
it.
I got a guy that I knowed up in North Carolina that's going in Whiteville that can put them on.
Okay.
Shit. $1,200 for 2 heads. Fuck that. I go ahead and just buy a whole new motor. Screw it.
Well, no, that motor's expensive. Even out of the junkyard, it's expensive.
I put a diesel back in and screw that gasoline engine.
Well, you could do that. It wouldn't be hard to do, but see again, that's an expense. You'd probably want to put a 7.3 liter in it, and you'd have to have. And they're high dollar.
From what I heard, it probably originally had
What I'd probably do
one
is
in
a
it.
shit can the whole damn RV, and
Yeah.
and get some. Look, I found an RV here where I live at. That's nice, a nice RV. And it's only got like 60 some thousand miles on it. And the odometer actually works. And so does the refrigerator. And it's got good tires on it. And it's only like $12,000.
He's going to sue Savage for millions of dollars.
Oh, that's when he's
couldn't-
going. Then he's going to get a Class A when Savage gets in that millions. Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay, let me know how that works.
Alright.
He can't even wash his own ass. How's he gonna sue somebody?
Hey, by the way, how many people have successfully been sued on YouTube?
Hey, Rainbow.
Nobody.
You want a
can't be
link?
sued.
Just making sure.
I was going to ask her if she wanted one. I sent it to her.
Rich Life, you kind of have to stop being a goddamn stupid, disgusting, evil predator before you can successfully sue somebody. Because your streams will come back to bite you on the proverbial ass, like those roaches bite you when you fall asleep.
Oh, you're not going to give him the 1,200 MJ?
Fucking 1,200. It cost me 2,600 to
Bye,
replace
Rainbow.
a 5.3 liter Hemi and a Dodge Ram.
Oh, motherfucker. I'm like 10 minutes behind on the damn chat. Son of a bitch. I got this motherfucker paused on the YouTube side. I don't like watching the what you call it, because
I don't watch the StreamYards chat either, but I don't have the other one paused.
I always watch the what you call it side, and I fucking paused it when Angela looked for a link, and I wouldn't watch it. Bye,
Always.
Rainbow. Sorry.
I always watch YouTube chat. I don't.
Well,
Hey,
the
Brown
little
Eyed
emojis don't show up on the other one.
Girl,
He said
Pardon me.
today.
Brown
He
Eyed
said
Girl,
today.
hold on a second. I
He
want to
said.
touch base with something. Brown Eyed Girl, many thoughts and prayers for you and Jackie. I hope everything works out.
He said today. He said, I don't know what you trolls keep talking about, but I never said that man put a new motor in that RV. He said I said he had done some work to it. That's a fucking lie. I got a damn clip from where he was sitting in the damn rental car the night he bought that damn Roach Mobile, and he said the man put a new engine in it, and he put a new
Transmission in
and
it.
it's got new brakes and new tires.
Well, everybody's known he's a consummate liar.
But when he
so-
lifted the hood on that new engine, I can tell you that engine been sitting there for quite some time.
Girl, he like Val said, he looked like he got the damn that generator out the swamp.
Shut
So
up.
looky.
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 Looky,
Has Val got a link?
If it ain't giggles.
No, send her one.
Who?
Send them out. I didn't even intend on like staying on this long. I just wanted to get up here and bitch and then leave. But I was like, well,
What
I
else you
sent
got to
one.
do?
I
Just
sent one to
come back.
Rainbow just in case that she didn't ask.
Savage, I seen you out misbehaving.
Oh yeah, I felt that this morning. Ooh,
right?
ooh, Stitch.
Savage. Dude, Joe's reaction to your question on the video clip was fucking hilarious.
Right? Me and Mike
Yeah,
was
that's
dying.
gonna be a new thing. I'm just gonna randomly, if
Just
I
start.
watch Rich Life, I want Joe's opinion on something. I'm just gonna randomly go up to Joe and say, "Hey, honey."
He looked like
Be
he
like a
was all
30-minute clip.
enthused about answering that question.
Like, what is JB Will?
Okay, so I found out, Stitches. I heard him tell this trucker at the truck stop that he had a hole in the top of his head. Okay, that's what he said. And then
His
he
brains
put a,
leaked out.
no, he
Yeah.
put a, he went and showed the trucker this. Go watch from this morning. He put a bolt in there that fit in the hole, and then JB welded it in there, and he popped the hood and showed it to the trucker. The trucker said, "Well, goddamn!" I was like,
Dude.
So
I
he's
told Jordan
coming.
when we were eating at Mama's house, and Jordan was like, "Well, no, I can't even repeat what Jordan said he was. I can't repeat it."
You do know that some mechanics see that kind of crap, they'll refuse
Yeah.
to work on it.
Exactly.
JB
That's what
welded
Joe
the bolt
said. That's what Joe said.
to the
Yeah, yeah.
engine's head gasket.
Mhm.
"Yeah, there was a hole in the top of the head. The head is what he said, and he put a bolt in there that fit, and then
Mhm.
JB welded it in there."
Oh my lord.
Mm-mm-mm.
And then drove from motherfucking California or from Colorado to Oklahoma to get to North Carolina. What the fuck are you doing, yo?
But just think of that. You're a mechanic. If this guy rigged this up, what else has he screwed up on his motor? I'm not
just
getting
curious.
into that.
Stitches, how many head gaskets does a 7.3 liter engine have?
What?
It takes a
A
real
diesel?
big moron
welcome,
to
Sharon.
do
Not
that.
a
You know
diesel.
that, right?
What are you talking about? 7.3 liter.
I know, I'm just fucking. Listen, the original engine for that is a 7.3 liter diesel.
Well, I mean, did it have a diesel in it?
Originally.
According to the paperwork, originally did.
Oh, okay. That's why it's salvaged then, because it's been
Yeah.
reconstructed.
So there is a different engine in there, probably
Right.
a 5.3.
But they did put that Triton in there. My cousin's got the same RV with the Triton in it.
Right. Here's my question: how many head gaskets does it have?
He has
Well,
like,
the
but you know he knows everything, so you ain't
The
gonna be able to
tri-
tell him no
They
different.
it has two. Why?
One on each side.
How many head gaskets his RV got, Joe? How many head gaskets does that RV have he's driving?
The Triton's got is a
Joe said two.
V10.
Yeah,
Two of them.
he bought two of them for $1,200.
Two what?
Two head gaskets, right?
Head
No,
gaskets.
No, he's gonna buy the whole head.
Head. He's about a whole
He needs a
head.
new head. Throw his whole head away. Throw the whole head away, motherfucker. You done ruined that shit.
You know the heads on
have
top of the
ruined-
motor. He's gonna buy two heads.
He,
I don't even know why, because if they're not cracked, if it's just a head gasket, why are you gonna buy new heads?
Because the head had a hole in it. He put a bolt down in there and JB welded that motherfucker in there.
for
So
1,200
somebody's gonna
bucks,
be doing some grinding, I'm telling you.
listen,
I don't
gonna
understand
be
what
a
they got
mess.
going on.
It's gonna be a
1,200 bucks.
mess.
He can put a 440 in there for 1,200 bucks.
But you ain't gonna be able to tell him nothing because he think he know every damn thing.
Yeah, he needs to just shit can the whole RV.
Exactly. Look into the future. You're gonna be spending more than 10 grand on
What'd
that
you
piece
say?
of junk.
Joseph said he's 52 years old. He knows what he's doing, y'all. He's mechanically inclined. The hell you are.
The shit, he's been 52 for 3 years. He's been 52 since Stewie posted his first video 3 years ago.
He's not 52. He's
Oh,
53 for one.
The motherfucker don't even know how old he is. I can't.
Well, to be fair,
Hey,
I
did you
don't
see
even
Val
know.
link? She didn't get it.
Steve, will you send Val a link?
Yeah, hang on.
Thanks. Yeah.
No
We got to tell y'all don't even understand. When me and Val did our last little thing, we got off stream, but then we kept going. We kept doing it when we were off camera or off the phone or whatever. Y'all ain't gonna believe what happened. I'm gonna let her
Ain't
tell
no
you.
telling with y'all.
I scared Val half to death.
You used the app and you went to another dirt road at the darkness and found money.
Oh no, you just wait till what we tell you what comes out of the garage.
Hey, LaDonna.
Oh Lord.
Asking us what the hell we doing on that field. Val was terrified.
You could have found a pile of gold in that
I know.
sewage road.
Could have, man.
Bye, Miss Susan.
Reverend Susan.
Well, while we waiting for Val to tell a funny story, what do you have? What's your opinion on a pedo supporter thing?
It's in your DM, Val.
Well, if you're supporting a pedophile, you're just as bad as the pedophile. How about that?
Exactly.
No,
Well,
but
they
it's okay.
said that it's okay because
The
they
hell it
are.
is.
They said they're the crime community and they have people up. They have committed crimes.
Right.
Now we gotta be correct. Who are these they people? Name them to me. Who
The
are
same
they?
people
Who
that
are these
commit
people?
crimes themselves.
Molly, Lolly, whatever the fuck her motherfucking squishy titty.
Juicy jugs.
Yes. Them. They said that they are
Mhm.
allowed to do that because they're the crime community, and sometimes they will have triggering people up that have committed crimes, but they have to interview them
No,
because they do that
Uh-uh.
on Fox News and CNN. I'm saying I didn't see Fox News and CNN and ask them if they jacketed it in jail. I'm just saying.
Showed it and sitting there
Val.
saying, well, at least she's not 5.
Val just checked in.
Oh
Y'all are
shit.
some nasty motherfuckers, and I want no part of you. people.
LaDonna, what are you talking about?
Ugh.
Mike, stitch my name out of your brain. I don't know. Look who's
What is
all
this
here.
place
Oh
coming
my
to? I'm
God,
packing
who
up
am-
and leaving.
The Kathy is here.
Uh-oh. We got some Cathys now.
Why you bums in here worried up about what I do with my damn money? I ain't having
Oh my
it.
God,
I ain't putting
Tara,
up with this
Tara.
shit.
He's worried up.
You know he know everything, Tara.
Yeah, he said, Lisa, why does Tara hate me? Cause you suck.
You disgusting. You still ain't washed your hands. I saw your hands on your video this morning. They black as tar. You still ain't washed your shitty hands. You good God, you probably got that
Listen,
damn.
when his hands get
He's
wet,
over.
his nails turn to mud puddles.
He's got the
Ooh.
E. coli.
You seen his the cleaner and his deodorant in the bathroom, didn't you?
Yeah, the
thought-
Febreze.
What the
Yeah.
hell you got Febreze in the damn shower for?
That's
You
the wet
stink
part.
that fucking bad. You got to use Febreze in the shower.
That's spray on
Hey.
deodorant, man.
All right, look.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. She said, I guess spick and span to wash and Febreze to deodorize.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, times. I'm gonna make a disclaimer. There's a lot of Kathys up here, so don't nobody get mad because somebody getting talked over because Eric want a link too. So it's all Katie bar the motherfucking door.
All the Kathys will be
All
up
right,
here
well,
then.
let Val get our story out of the way, and then y'all can free for all it. I don't even care.
All right, will you send Eric a link,
Free
Steve?
for all. she said.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, everybody mute.
Wait. First off, Savage, I went back and watched that stream and I noticed a pattern.
What?
You was throwing my ass out there. There, go get a snake. Oh, throwing my ass out there.
Well, what's even bad is you were doing it, right?
I was like,
Yeah.
wait a
I'm like,
minute, what is
oh,
this?
man.
Go ahead, Val. Give me the keys. Well, I was like, what the hell? What am I
Yeah,
doing?
because I got to be able to get away.
Hey, big dog.
No, she goes,
Tell them-
look,
tell them
I-
about Kindle.
look, no. And then on that stream, it went out right when a dog ran out in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
They missed that part.
Yeah, they did. That guy was right in the middle of the highway.
Right in the middle of the highway. We
Hey,
about died.
Lucas, that's because he's rich life. He's a YouTube celebrity. How dare you suggest that he do work? You're supposed to support his nomadic lifestyle, you know, from this quality content that he provides to you.
So anyway, this we go. Okay, we kept playing it, right? And I said, let's do it. Let's do it. So I said, think of a dead body. So here we
Yeah,
go.
we did it.
We did it.
Mhm.
So first off, we go into this place that reminded me something of it was something was coming up in a pond behind a house. You know, something that kind of looked like Chainsaw Massacre kind of crap
really
in the middle
did.
of a field. So here we go, creeping down this driveway, and she's all like, "Oh, turning right here." I said, "Girl, that's a private drive. You want us to go back in there?" It
Uh-huh.
was behind somebody's house, y'all.
But
Since
come
I've
on,
been
I
had
know who
meat
these
hanging
people
in
are
that
around here. Come on.
barn. So then we turned around and we recalculated. We went to this field, this big old open field. And Savage goes, about 100 yards out. She goes, "Here, pull in this field right here." I said, "Savage, that's these people's property down there. They're going to shoot us because where I come from, you don't just park a car and get out and walk across the field
Mm-mm.
unless you want buckshot in your hind end." But
I knew who
anyway,
it was.
she goes, "Oh, I know her. No, they don't own this property. They don't own this. I think their kids went to school with my kids." I was like, okay.
Well, looky.
Uh-oh.
Keep walking through that field, and lo and behold, here comes, I don't know what, walking through that field. Grease up his arms, big old
He be
hair,
working in
ain't
the
brushed
car
his
lot.
hair. I ain't brushed his hair in weeks, you know.
Oh,
And he was like looking all confused, and we were looking
so
all
what are y'all
confused.
doing?
Yeah. Then we
You didn't run
explained
up
it
on
to
He
him.
didn't say he
You
had
didn't run
bodies
up
back
on
there.
some of the mountain people, didn't you?
Right? The Appalachian people. They should have run about a Wisconsin.
Now,
but
wasn't
he
the
looked
Appalachian
real-
people,
he
they would
looked
already been
puzzled.
tied up
Look,
with him.
no, hey, before we walked up, I said, "Savage, don't you dare tell this dude we're looking for dead bodies behind his house because we might be the next two damn dead bodies behind his house." So here we go. Walking through this field, meeting this dude. I'm talking, this dude's a big old dude.
Barley man.
Big old burly man, grease up to his elbows. He's like, "What are y'all doing? My wife just said there's two women in a field." And I thought, this dude
His
thinks
wife's
this is how,
sister.
no, this
Uh-huh.
dude, this dude thinks this is how porn starts. I thought,
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
then he goes, "Oh, we explained it or whatever." And he looks kind of concerned, and he goes, "Well, I hunt back there, and y'all can go on back there now. Be careful because you might go up to your hips because I've been filling in holes back there." And I was like,
I'm sitting there trying to tell Val, you're
back
so
there.
paranoid. I mean, he was talking about he fell in a hole. No, that ain't what he said. That ain't what he said.
Yeah.
Look, that ain't what he said, y'all. He didn't want us back there, and he said, "I've been filling holes in there." And I'm thinking,
You filling
First
holes in the
off-
woods for?
That was the
Exactly.
fastest, that was
Ding,
the
ding,
fastest Val was
ding.
walking the whole entire day was back to that car at that moment. That was the
Then if
I
you looked
was
over in the other
walking-
field, you see a row of cars from people, other people that stopped
No,
by.
I told
Right.
Savage. I said, Savage, look around. There's not even a path back there. So why is he back there burning holes? What the
That's
hell?
a-
Get in the
You
car.
guys
Val
came upon
said,
the real
"There's
cast
holes in
of.
the back. I'm out
Right.
of here."
Well, no, this is the best part. The owner, them motherfuckers called the owner of the land. And he
That
rose up and I was like, that's Kendall. I know him.
Well,
Yeah, I know- he
I know
lives
what
right
that
there.
old
His
burly
mama
man
lives
did.
right
That old
there.
no, that old burly man went in there and said, "Hey man, there's 2 hot chicks in your field. You better
Yeah,
get down
okay.
here." And here he come.
I grew up with Kendall. Val was not ready for Kendall. She wasn't ready for his sarcasm and she
Oh God.
Well, the first thing he says out of his mouth is, "Y'all follow me back to the house. We'll have a threesome."
Oh my God.
he's just that kind of person. He was hilarious. First
I was
thing he
like-
asked me, he was like, "Oh, you still with Joe Manda?" I was like, "Yes." He's crazy. That was
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like,
Yeah,
y'all
he
will
was-
get kidnapped by Jeepers Creepers and shit. What the fuck is wrong with
Mm.
y'all?
No, then we go down this
I don't
long
know.
driveway.
If
Kendall's
anybody
driveway.
kidnapped them two, they'd probably bring them back.
Right?
More than
No,
likely.
no, we looked through that field, and Kendall started laughing because he said, "Look, they're back there burning them bodies. Look at there." Because they were burning something in the back. And I just looked at Savage like, "Oh my God."
that was so worried. I was like, Kendall is harmless. Don't worry about Kendall. He's fine. He's lonely. He ain't got no kids. He's only got his mama. Ain't got
And he
no
thinks
brothers
about
sisters. He's the only child. He's 48 years old. So he just wants somebody to talk to.
Yeah, I guess he did run down there. I mean, his butt didn't hit.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. I
he
knew
was,
he was coming, pulled up with a beer in his hand. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
What
Follow
were
me.
y'all doing in the field?
Looking at dead body?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what she said. They
What do
were
you
out. Looking-
think?
She said, "Don't tell him we're back here looking for dead bodies."
Would you believe there's also some women that go out there in the middle of the night in them fields and shit, and that's why that one woman got raped and murdered doing that.
Yeah, I
Nah, ain't
told
going
you.
out there in the nighttime.
I told Mike, I said, these motherfuckers done pulled over on the side of the goddamn expressway under a sign that says like their Starbucks is at the next exit. I mean, off the expressway. Looked like they
Oh
was
my
pulled,
God.
Mike, I swear they was pulled off. Like they was on the BGE Parkway where Crystal Rogers got kidnapped and shit. And they get out the car and they tripsy through the woods where it looks like you would find a dead body, but they stopped because there was barbed wire fence.
Yeah, they're walking around
an
like
adventure.
they're walking around like convicts picking up trash.
I was like, if
Don't mind
y'all
us.
don't
We're
get
just doing our community service over here.
I was like, if y'all don't
for
get
the
y'all
team.
asses in the
No.
goddamn car, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
We
no,
had
I
to
think
give you a
what's so
show.
funny. No, the funny part was here we are in this small little country town, and Savage is like out in the middle of this field turning around in circles and circles, and I'm filming it. And these people are coming up to this 4-way stop. You know they were going, "What the hell's going on?" It was crazy.
That's
They
why
were
I
like,
got a message from my friend, my childhood friend, the girl Jennifer in the mountains that y'all know about.
mhm.
She even found my video and left me a comment and said, "You know, you can't take a shit in the Big E without somebody finding out what were you
"Oh,
doing
honey,
today?"
they was probably rolling home, picking up the phone, calling what they're
Well,
doing.
you know
We
what
went
they
down
did? They say, "Look at her, she's got the distemper."
Right?
They done called Jennifer in the mountains to get my ass. They be like, "Jennifer, your friend's lost it. She's in a field going round and round with some short girl. I ain't never something wrong with her."
You guys were looking for some kind of blue dot or something, weren't you, at that point?
It was a
a gold
pink circle one
necklace or
time.
something.
Yeah, but something pink or blue or something like I can't remember.
We did the money thing again, and it led us. We wrote at my mama's around mama's, and we said the money thing. It was going to lead us in somebody's house. So I reckon so. We're going to die getting that money.
Right.
Going to his house. I mean, like in their house. That's what the dot said. I was like,
Oh, we
Remember,
can't-
you said
Look,
one
we can't
place
go
is
to
going to
a
lead you.
house.
One
We
place
can't
is
go to
gonna-
a house, y'all, but we can go
Mhm.
into a field and walk
Remember,
through somebody's field.
you said you were
Yeah.
going to look for a wallet, and I said, "Yeah, you got it in your hand."
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're going at night, girl. And Savage,
I'm
we
not going
are,
tonight. You
we
can
are
yourself.
going. Look, I'm taking you back camping. You have got
Uh-huh.
you. I'm gonna tell
I'm not doing
jokes.
it. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
you
it.
are. Yeah, you are.
Damn it. I ain't going out there in the dark. I was already freaked out enough.
If
in the
I can
daylight.
go out in your country and about get threesome or whatever, you
By
can
Kindle.
go into
Hey,
my
look, Val.
mountains.
I guess they were pulling a
Hey,
Kindle.
Val.
What?
Savage gets scared sitting on her back porch when it's dark.
Yeah,
Okay.
the deer.
Oh, she's going in the mountains. Next year, she's going to meet at the body farm.
Like,
Like,
hell, you
no,
say you going there by
that-
yourself? You're not
In the
doing
no,
it.
body
you're going up there with me next year.
I don't know about that. Just trying to take me to the body farm. That won't work out for anybody in the situation.
Joe says the only body farm I'm going to is the beach.
No hell. You
Was
are,
it-
Savage. You're going in the mountains. You're going in the Tennessee mountains with me. We're going to hunt, fish,
No, that day we could have
swim
died on
naked,
the
the
highway.
whole thing.
Savage
gonna
said,
go
I
swim.
think I got a fever scheduled for that day. I'll have to
Yeah, because you want to be very under the weather, Tyra.
The hell you are.
I'm not gonna be up to par. I'm gonna be impaired most of the day.
According to Savage, in a couple days, she's going to break out with Rocky Mountain spotted fever anyway.
I'm gonna get a tick on me.
I come
I
back
don't
to the
think
RV
the
and
woods
jumped in the
get sick.
shower and scrubbed.
Did you use your Febreze though?
No, didn't use
No,
my
I don't bathe with Febreze. Somebody's highly got some problems if they bathing with Febreze.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hopefully, he bought that shit with
I
a
think
case.
it's from the water farts because those are the most smelly, and he's trapped in there with that little bitty shower,
Oh my
blowing
god.
ass. And he's trying
Woo!
to mask his water farts. That's why I think
Oh,
he has.
yeah.
He's trying to mask them chemicals without, he's having a toilet without chemicals, y'all.
Or
Gee.
maybe that might be it. You're probably onto
Yep.
something there. Yeah.
That's how you keep your RV from stinking. You got to use chemicals.
Well, he
Oh,
does. He
you
got
Val,
Febreze.
you just worry about yourself over there, Val. Don't you worry about my chemicals in my fucking RV. They're just fine, okay?
Well, he pulls
I
up
keep
next to me
tired
in an
of
RV
people
park. I'll be sure to
worried
let the
about
people
what
in
I
the
did in
office
my
know
life.
he's got to use chemicals.
Well, you know what he's doing. He's probably taking that chemical dispenser and loading it up with bleach. I think the traveling.
Probably.
How about
time
some of
bomb.
these RV places you go to stay in? Some of them have a 10-year rule.
Yeah, a lot of them are going to that. I know, like up to the eastern coast and everything. We really noticed this past year, a lot of the parks they ask you 10. You know, the cutoff is if your RV is 10 years or older, you can't stay. So, but yep.
There you go.
Because they're all new renovations and they don't want rat traps running
Well, they
in
just
there.
don't want to bring in it. Yeah.
Well, I know,
They-
like a lot of your state parks, they'll only let you stay so
Yeah,
long,
you
and
could
then you
get
got to
broke
get out.
down.
I bet
Yeah.
you Rich Life.
Get out.
You ever seen Linus on Charlie Brown? You know how
Yeah,
or Pigpen, how the cloud of stench is following behind him. I bet you that's like that over his RV.
Yeah.
So that
The big
wasn't
yellow
smoke coming off
bird.
from out of the around his wheel.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
I want to know why.
Trust you me. Somebody pulls up next to me in an RV park, and some of these parks that are tight and they're not using chemicals, I'll be beating on their door going, "Where's your chemicals?" Because I'm not going to sit and smell somebody's shit. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord.
Well,
Look,
you know, Pirate, he used to like you now. He liked that, that lady over in Kentucky. I liked her,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
don't like her no more. We ain't friends.
Mm-mm.
I
he
don't
liked me
do
for a
that.
day.
He said
sure
she
that-
lied. She ain't
Now-
trying to have no damn body. He was going on. He never said your name.
If
but
you
I
meet
think he-
somebody for the
Uh-huh.
first time, are you going to be a pervert like he was? The first thing he did was film Pirate's ass.
Didn't he?
Yep.
Yes,
Mhm.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't pay no attention. And then I got home and Pangle was
Hold on, I'll
like,
be right back.
he put that camera right on your ass when you turned around. I said, did he really? He was like, yeah. I was like, this motherfucker.
Well, you know, Mike wasn't there. He went to walk the dog, or Mike would probably run
Right.
his neck.
Yeah. I said,
Mhm.
look what this motherfucker did. Mike said, that little son of a bitch.
He's a pervert.
Oh my God.
I don't care what nobody says. He's a pervert.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, because he went right for her ass for first thing. I mean, come on.
Motherfucker. I look, I want to know why, if you going home to Whiteville, why did you go from Colorado to Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a detour in there.
I believe he's a drug mule.
Drug.
I believe
why
he, yeah, 'cause
cars-
he just went down there south of the border. He was just down there with the cartel. How do
That's
we
why
know
them
he was
tires are
drug
wearing
mule?
out, man. He's got the
Oh,
kilos.
maybe he
wrong.
went and picked. Look, maybe he went and picked up a load. Now he's on his way back, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm serious. He's a drug mule.
No, he's being a coyote.
he's a
got human
There ain't no
trafficking.
It's a
drug dealer in
Sundrop
this
cartel.
world. Listen here. There ain't no drug dealer in this world dealing with that whole ass Karen that will argue with that motherfucker about how they need to store it. Well, I ain't putting it in there in my van like that. Y'all gonna have to find a different compartment. I don't
He's so
care what
rude.
Alfonso
He's so
said.
rude.
I ain't taking it.
That ain't gonna work right there.
You imagine if you
Let's
go
shoot
south
his
the
ass.
border and you argue with somebody like that, you don't come back home.
Right, look, no, that's where I store my chicken in the can and my Sundrop. You can't put it in that much.
You see the border patrol, we're going to have to open up every one in cans to make sure there ain't nothing
What's
else.
going on, big dog?
Hey, big dog.
He's sitting there like we supposed to be impressed. Him stacking chicken in the can.
Right.
I mean, I can
Fire.
stack her blocks too. Now what? My 2-year-old can stack blocks. Now what you got?
He said, there's got to be 1 million cows in that field. I was like, 1 million?
God, man.
Hey,
A
you got
million?
issues.
He said, I got a big brain on this pod. Is that what he said? I think that's what he said.
He wishes.
He's probably down there in Texas still looking for Corpus Crispy.
Crispy donuts.
Hey, when he was in Colorado, he said, guys, he said, I'm thinking about going up to Aspirin, Colorado. I'm like,
Aspirin.
hey.
Oh my God.
Aspen.
Listen, at least he gives
Hey.
us a whole new dictionary of words.
They'd run
But
him
look.
out of there because that's where the rich folks stay at. You imagine him running through camp, or the sheriff would probably run him on out of town.
Look, I would rather have 20 rich lives than that shit over there. That
Oh, yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah. At
Mm.
least Rich is worth trolling.
Hey, I got a question. When he was going up and down that mountain, did y'all see another RV in sight?
Nope.
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 Hi, Angela.
You
I'm
think that-
telling you, that woman he was talking to told him
Ma.
there's only one way in and one way out. She was probably warning him, I would not take that RV over that mountain. You need to take the bypass like all smart RVers do.
look, he done come down that backside of that mountain, holding that
Slide.
brake. That's why his
Yep.
brakes was smoking, because he don't want to go over 55 mile an hour, because if he does, it's going to rattle the
Yeah.
walls off that.
He's probably
bastard.
talking about, look at the
But,
truck
um,
drivers. I said all them truck drivers got compression
You
brakes.
talking
Yeah,
about a
look.
rattle can? That's a rattle can.
Well, them truck
Mm.
drivers, they're using the dang on. They got an exhaust brake,
Yeah, compression
Yeah.
brakes.
Right.
Right.
So, but he's damn riding that thing down the damn mountain, 55, holding it at 55, because that heavy bastard. I bet you his foot never came off the brake pedal. He got to the bottom. I was watching the stream. He got out. The smoke was just rolling off the roof. I was
Really?
Did
like,
you hear what he said afterwards? I'm a good driver. I know it
Right.
should have been in second gear.
oh Lord.
I saw him
Lord
merging
have
on,
mercy.
look, I saw him merging onto the expressway. He's like, these people need to get out of my way. I got the right of way. No, you don't. You're merging.
Oh my God.
You right away.
And I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna go get that clip. I watched a school bus full of kids pass him like he was sitting still on the expressway.
Girl, I seen a herd of turtles passing.
Oh Lord.
He was in Texas and he was going down the expressway, and I swear there was a semi pulling a fucking whole like a whole trailer full of steers and went by him. They were like, man.
Well, if you watched that, there was about 20 trucks that passed him. I bet they were all
I
pissed off at him.
Oh, God. Y'all are not right. But funny.
I
Yeah.
get so mad, like people, and I can say, like I've been behind behind this person because I drive really fast. I get in trouble. So I got been behind this person where like you get behind him, you're like, God damn it. And you can't get over because like there's all these fucking tractor trailers passing. And finally you get the chance to get over. So you get over real quick and then you're pissed off and you like, get over in front of him real fast. Like, you motherfucker.
Mhm.
Look,
That was-
I can't wait for him to go when he was coming down that mountain. I swear to God, I thought he was going to pull a Thelma and Louise, and all we was going to hear is, "I got this guy."
Oh my God.
I,
Yeah.
Unless you're taking an alternate route back.
I got this. I know how to do this. I swear, I was just waiting. It was going to be over. But yeah, he was howling down that mountain. I mean, he was howling.
Mike said, well, we get to see some quality content with Rich Life. I mean, the Dairy Queen in Amarillo, Texas don't look a whole lot different than the Dairy Queen in Oklahoma.
No,
Or
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
right.
You know what? Val showed that picture where she opened up the door and says, "Look what I see walking out here." Not that that would make a perfect meme for somebody. Show Rich Life's camper and Rich Life sitting in a lawn chair as she opened up
Oh
the
my
door.
God. I'm gonna take a picture of Rich Life sitting in a lawn chair like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
Oh
pretty much
my
as Val
God.
opens up her door, take a picture of him sitting there.
Oh God, that'd be perfect. Darn.
I need to go get Val's video and make a screenshot, and I'm gonna put a picture of Bernie Sanders sitting there with Rich Life's face on it. In front of one of them cameras.
Say, looky, looky.
Looky.
Well, look.
You ought
Oh, my
to do a parody pirate where you take time to split the video up and on one camera you're Lisa, on the other camera you're Rich Life,
Mm.
and make them talk shit to each other. That would be
But that's a whole lot of
hysterical.
work.
That would be
You know,
funny.
she ain't that dedicated to her.
There's no Emmy, there's no Academy Award at the end of that one.
Right, you know I'm real lazy.
Yeah, that's my problem too.
Well, you wouldn't even have to do it. All you have to do is record the Rich Life part, record the Lisa part, and then edit
then-
it.
Yeah.
When you gloss me to edit.
Now,
He's like, I'll give you the 2 clips and you do the editing. And that's how I work.
now parts when people says, "I'll do the meme, just give me the pictures and I'll put them together."
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Like I'll do a video, but when I have to edit it, like when I made that Savage video, like I had Mike record it, and then I was like,
Yeah.
okay, here. And he did all the editing. I don't do he put the cops in
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
Darn.
I was like, put that cops in there that we used on Mama Beth. He was like, where is it? I was like, I don't know. Don't you still got it?
Oh Lord.
Mm.
Don't you still have that video? It's on my YouTube channel. Can you just go get it? Do I
Yeah,
have to
I've se-
provide that again? God damn.
Oh, the
I've seen that
Savage
video.
Arrest one, that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah,
I've
that
seen
was
that
good.
the other day when I was going through some of my stuff.
Well,
She said,
Savage, you're gonna get
Hog had done
Savage.
took out the papers on me. I died laughing.
Oh.
Just like some Savage was saying.
Yep. What's I doing here?
Savage, you're gonna be sold for millions of dollars.
Oh God. Probably will.
He gonna turn your house into a dog house.
Yeah, okay. Come do it. Mitch. Come do it.
How long?
dare.
Look, Savage. She started us about that's what 8 or 9 months ago. First, it was me and you were going to jail. Remember that?
Oh yeah, we both going to jail.
Half of
going to
YouTube's in
court.
Alcatraz out in California.
His mama was
Mhm.
going to shoot
Right.
me.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, don't bring Mama in it.
I'd be more afraid of his mama than him, man.
Right? His mama looked like she a bad bitch. She was putting
Totally.
pantyhose on.
Yeah.
He didn't
You
do her
remember-
damn job. I know that. Should have beat
Right,
his
you
ass
remember-
when he was young.
You remember when the cops came at 1:00 in the morning and mama showed up? She had her hose
Oh, yeah.
on and her little Sunday
Yeah, but-
and
She was
everything.
Oh,
still in
yeah.
her Sunday best.
But
Mhm.
Savage,
Mm.
you know, just as I do from where we're
You're
from,
welcome, Sharon.
you've seen people like him before
Oh yeah.
where they're the baby of the family and their daddy's
Mhm.
little boy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's
Oh
where
yeah.
that's where Rich Life stuff went apart. When his dad died, he didn't
Yeah.
have his safety net there. You know,
Right. He had somebody to protect him.
And they do
Yeah.
him no favors.
And look, and his mama and his brother probably already mad about that because you know he probably got away with everything when his dad was
Mhm.
alive.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you can tell when he goes, I'm never gonna come back on here, y'all. Like he's like,
Like somebody gonna beg him to stay.
Right.
Mm.
Who cares? They
You're on the
we
waiting
saw-
wrong
we s-
platform to beg people to beg you to stay. You haven't been around long enough for that.
Yeah, well,
Lord,
someone did an 8-hour live stream like 2
he
weeks
hate
ago.
he needed to be raised in our family because all my cousins and stuff would have power drive him. I mean, they would just be like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
then.
The trolls would lose their mind if they didn't have Elvis and or Rich Life. What would they would be buzzing nuts? What would they do with themselves?
I think they could do without Elvis, but Rich Life is
No.
too much content there.
Yeah,
totally-
he's worth trolling.
I
Yeah,
did
he's
see a
worth
preview
trolling.
to a new article that's coming up. One side it had Val on, the other side it had Rich on. It was called RV Life, I think it was called.
But I mean, I'm gonna tell you all the truth though. If with the way Rich Life is, if he was cognizant of the way he was and he was smart, he could actually make some money on here.
If he could calm his little ass down a little bit. He's
Not
too
get
impulsive
butthurt.
though. Yeah. You can't tell him not a damn thing. You kiss his ass or you
Nope.
get going. That's the only way it works
Exactly.
for Rich Life.
Right.
Mike
And
says
he's really not smart because a lot of the people don't mean him harm.
Right. So a lot of people are trying to just help him, try to give him a little advice.
just
you
like
know?
I can see Mike say, Rich, you need to set your parking brake. I don't need your advice, you hick son of a bitch. I don't know.
Right.
They come in my room telling me what to do. I'm 52-year-old man.
I don't know why you're over here trying to worry me up about my break. Worry about your own fucking self, you bum.
You don't even have an RV. You can't even afford an RV like this.
Jealous.
God.
Mind
That's
your
right. You're
business.
just jealous. Just because you're
Everybody's
jealous of
jealous.
my lifestyle don't mean you got to come up in here and worry me up.
Right.
Don't worry him up.
Everybody jealous.
Dude, I just told you your parking brake was on, motherfucker. What the hell?
I know, right?
All part also when you get that picture, you need to put Rich's camper in there, but also down there you have to really look for it. Find a little picnic table with 3 or 4 roaches sitting around it and shit.
Right? A little roach. Little roach bud.
All right, guys. I wanted to come up and say, hey, I'm gonna go jump in the shower. We've been on the lake all day. I stank.
Oh,
Really?
Lord.
Use
Bye,
Febreze,
Tara.
honey. Use
Just-
Febreze.
Just
Yeah, I
remember,
got some. I'm gonna try it out. He might be onto something.
just remember,
Speak
send me the
his man and
video.
Febreze.
Okay.
I got you. I already got the camera hooked up, Stitches. I got you.
Okay.
Oh,
All
my
right, y'all have
goodness.
fun.
Bye,
Bye.
Sarah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh man, you're telling them pictures. Mm-mm.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker.
Hell no,
God.
I don't share.
He ain't messing up a good thing.
You don't share, but do you trade?
No.
I got some trading pictures.
Oh, he was like baseball cards.
Yes, sir.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
y'all is crazy.
Well, he gonna get you,
Oh,
Savage.
Look where we're hanging
You
out.
ain't gonna get
Yeah,
me?
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this community's just gone straight to shit lately.
Right?
Right.
Well, I mean,
We got Laura live right now, backpedaling and blaming it all on mandolin and all that shit. And the bitch compared me to that son of a bitch.
Well, last time I checked, you only have sex with people over 18. saying.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and
Did
the
you,
new
did you, hey, hold on, wait. Did you choke your sister?
no,
You ever been to jail for assault?
hell no.
Okay, then I think you're
Now,
good.
somebody needs
Yeah.
to tell Molly to interview me. I got a couple masturbation stories for her.
Oh god.
oh, Lord.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Lord.
Oh my goodness.
You ain't been to prison for it, so she won't be
Oh,
interested.
okay.
Sorry.
No, and she won't be interested.
Yeah, and I was putting the new Lex Calia video out that she did. She's actually did a video on David on the pedophile guy, and just did 2 for Molly the last 2 days.
Well, she's getting ready to do something on Lorraine and Bob because somebody got her phone number. She tried calling her already.
Well, they'll be focused on the penis. I don't know why they want to interview
Yeah,
Lorena Bobbitt.
Exactly. How long was it?
Was it squishy, hard, or soft? When you cut it off, was it flaccid?
She learned one thing. All women learned a valuable lesson from her case. Do not throw that son of a bitch away. Put it down the fucking
Right.
disposal.
And then you have Molly over there. She'd be like, "Where's that penis? I'll take one for the team."
Oh my god.
That's right.
And she keeps calling people incels and inbreds. Yeah, you just proved you're pretty much an incel right now because you're willing to go have sex with a pedophile. Yeah.
And inbred still questionable.
Yeah,
Uh.
definitely questioning that.
That just
I can't.
that just adds 10 to the difficulty level.
And of course, Laura's also threatening to go legal for slander for being called a pedo
Oh,
supporter.
She ain't going
but-
legal for
Do it.
nothing. I hate
Do it.
Oh
sick of
yeah, she
people
mentioned
saying
you
that.
too, Pirate.
Do it. Do it today. Do it today. Do it right now.
Yeah. If you
Pedo
sue people for
supporter.
slander like that, half of YouTube would be in prison or so.
My
Shut up.
opinion is you're a pedo supporter because you sat up there with a pedo and said at least the girl wasn't 13 and not 5. So do it today.
Look,
I
I'd
expect
actually like
a
to.
knock on my door tomorrow.
I would actually like for somebody to do that. I would like
I
to
would
go.
too. I would fucking love it.
I would love to go to court with something like that. Well, why did you call them a pedo supporter? Because they posted this on a public forum and I made a comment.
Yeah,
Do
they'll,
it.
they'll
Look at
chicken
'em
out
like-
during discovery every time.
Oh,
Do
and
it
one,
right now.
oh yeah, one other little thing. I might have been in Lex Calia's chat when she was premiering the video, and I might have dropped some names.
Do it right now. I'm so sick of
Imagine what
motherfucker.
a
I'm gonna
judge.
sue
We
you.
can
I'm
imagine
so
what a
sick.
judge when he hears. Well, at least she wasn't 5. I mean, can you imagine what a judge is? But be like, what the?
God.
I'd look
Go
down at the
ahead.
bench
There's
and her and say,
some
lady,
horrible
you
things
need
that
your
been
ass
said
whipped.
over there.
How many times she said she was gonna sue Diane for that?
Too many.
Sue you for slander, and you still ain't done shit. So do it tomorrow.
Don't-
I'll leave my. You know what? I will stay downstairs tomorrow and work so I can answer the door when I will stay. If there's not a knock on my door tomorrow, go suck a dick.
It's just like with the pedo word, it's used so much and so frequently. It's desensitized. Same way with
Okay,
suing. It's
I'm gonna make a bet,
desensitized.
y'all. Let's have a wager. You want to, Savage? This is gonna
Yeah.
include you.
Okay.
Let's have a
Savage
wager.
said, "Don't get me involved."
No, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. Y'all ready? We're gonna have a fundraiser. You ready?
Oh Lord,
Oh,
or
yeah.
not?
All the money's gonna go to me. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, me and Savage will split the money.
There you go.
Okay.
You kind of doing Savage like Diane does to Randy, and
No, I'm not saying we donate to nobody. We gonna put the money in our pocket for our motherfucking vacation. How about that?
oh,
leave her.
okay.
We gonna
Get
split
behind.
50-50. You ready, Savage?
Yeah.
We're gonna take wagers on who is gonna have a lawsuit first. Rich Life versus Savage or Laura versus Pirate.
Oh, I don't know.
Make your wagers now.
I don't know.
Mm. I'll bet 10-1 on none.
Right? What's the odds? What y'all think?
Um,
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Savage is gonna get papers from Rich Life first, and a 2 if you think I'm gonna get papers from Laura first.
If they both go get the same lawyer, I wonder if they could get a discount.
They might. Hey, y'all might want to team up and get a. You might get a 2 for 1.
I'd like to see the
Hey,
meeting
how
that
about
they
y'all
had.
want to bet? How about y'all want to bet? Rich Life's already been on the phone with his lawyer, judge.
Hey, Mike, you can't do that. That's called confectionery of interest.
Oh, I-
All right, I'm
I
gonna
would-
get off of here. I gotta go start something.
Okay.
Bye, Savage.
Bye,
Bye,
Savage.
Savage.
Bye.
Damn, it's
Oh.
5 o'clock.
I'd like
it's
to see
5.
the interview with the lawyer. I'd like to see what he says after they explain this to him.
He can't be too brilliant if he took a case like that.
All
Well,
right.
no, I mean, some lawyers, if you got money, they'll take it. They don't care.
Well, you go ahead and pay it, motherfucker. Here.
Mm.
Maybe you'll be using your business attorney that came with your
Yeah,
LLC.
your LLC. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey Val, did you happen to hear what Miss Mallory said about this
No.
whole situation?
No.
Mallory flat out said that we all were insanely envious and bitter
Oh,
because
okay.
they had the pedophile on a panel and we didn't, and all we had was Google.
We would never
Okay.
have a
We
pedophile
would
on our
never have a
panels.
pedophile on the panel.
Exactly. Go to Ash274's channel. She's got that clip right up there.
Okay, who was it had D-dubs on the panel and Mallory was pissed about it? Y'all remember that?
Right.
Mm.
Well, maybe they were just maybe you were just maybe that's how you felt, Mallory, when they had D-dubs up on their panel. You were just jealous and bitter. Boo. Is that how you was feeling? And now you're deflecting your feelings onto us.
Right, because D-Dubs didn't come on your panel.
Is that what you meant? And now you're deflecting your feelings that you was having back then onto us, because I don't do things for views, boo boo. I don't need them. I don't depend on YouTube to make any money for me, honey.
Also, she's gonna be selling t-shirts on Teespring that will get you killed.
Oh,
Mm,
absolutely.
If y'all know that I ain't never put shit up here for views. You know, never, ever, not once ever.
You just come up here for fun. That's all.
As of the morning, he is going after. We lost the pole position. Damn it. I got to get back in there. I'm coming up from the rear, big dog. I'm coming up from the rear. He's a
Roger
YouTube
Brown.
lawyer. Okay. Look, I've seen so many people say, I'm going to sue you. And you go, oh, no, you're not. You are not.
There used to be a YouTube lawyer on the other side of this community too, which didn't turn out to be very true.
Right.
Do we or look? I'm trying to figure out this Stellar feller.
Oh, no.
You don't want to get into that mess.
Don't trust me. You don't want to.
Are we a preacher man or are we not a preacher man?
Well, you know how you can get online and spend $35 and all of us become preachers. So there you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, Mama Beth got one. So did Katie.
That's what I'm saying, because I know there's a lot of things that's went down in this community that people have had some really rough times and needed some spiritual guidance. And I don't think their phones or their DMs have lit up from him. Do you?
Well, if I want spiritual guidance, I'm going to go to my local church, not some fucker on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Nothing about that dude.
Hire make a good fire and brimstone preacher.
I probably would.
Yeah, you got the character one.
Well, I tell you what, Laura, you go sue Diane first, because you probably got way more evidence on her, and then let me know. You come back over here and let me know what happened.
But yeah, Laura is triggered. That is for damn sure.
Well, she wanted it.
But when you swim with sharks, you're going to get bit sooner or later.
No.
Mhm.
Look, I truly think they did it on purpose. I think they did it on purpose for views.
I don't do shit for views.
I don't know.
But yeah, if they did it on purpose, they definitely chose the wrong way to do it, or chose the wrong thing to do, because they're catching the attention of so many people. It's definitely not making them look good.
Look, y'all have been around me long enough to know if I did shit for views, huh?
Somebody was yelling. I don't know what
Yeah,
that was.
it's on Stitch's end.
If I did shit for views,
Oh, I'm
y'all-
sorry.
oh, you're fine. If I did shit for views, tell me why. When somebody comes here and says, give me a link, I won't send them a link to sit up here and fight with them. Or I won't take a link to go. Well, most times, like sometimes I'm in the mood to fight with a motherfucker, but I don't do it for views. I do it for my own
Also, if you do it
satisfaction.
for views, you'd be on every
Absolutely.
night. You watch, you're lucky
Thank
if you're on
you.
twice a month.
Thank you.
Well, if you'll notice the successful true crime communities on YouTube, right? When I say successful, I mean thousands and thousands of viewers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They don't have nothing to do with these people. They
Nope.
back
Right.
off from these people.
Right.
So, tells me you're not the true crime, or you're the type of, that they don't feel like you are in the same class as what they do.
You know what
I
always
mean-
got me? I used to be in some of those communities and I got rid of them because my thing is, if you're going to go with crime, go after stuff that's unsolved. Why go after shit that's already adjudicated and people are in prison already? That's a waste.
Exactly.
wasted-
It's amazing the things that are going on right now, and everybody's still stuck over there on Chris Watts. When, okay, example, like in Tennessee, there's a trial coming up right now. There's a little boy still missing. The two parents, right? These parents about to go on trial for this baby's murder. They will not give up this little boy's body. Now think about this for a minute. And we're still going on about Chris Watts.
Well, I told them a
Man.
long time ago. I heard a couple. Well, I'm not saying about the whole community, but I heard a couple women on a channel. It's probably been a year ago. They said they were true crime. The only thing I could talk about, he shouldn't be in prison. He's so good looking. I bet you he has a big dick.
Oh, I
They're
can't.
fucking gross. They're these people that like get starstruck by these just because they become infamous. And I hate to use the word famous because should become famous for fucking killing and murdering people and raping people, but whatever. But they get starstruck by these fuckers, and they're the type of people that put money on their fucking commissary so they can live more comfortably.
Yeah, they're like these
Absolutely.
women that pay the pen pal these fucking trash in prison all the time and want to get married to him and shit.
Miss Christie,
Well,
don't
I'm
tell them.
sorry, I can't take a true crime serious when you're doing parodies of a victim of murder.
Right.
Molly Golightly.
Gross.
That was tasteless as fuck. I'm sorry, but that
Okay,
was.
I'm sorry. You know, that woman. Okay, that they can sit there and debate all day whether Watts killed his children or not, which he did. Okay, he's tried to tell these people this is what I did, and nobody wants to accept it. They just want to keep arguing with him. But anyway, she's not here to defend herself. So whatever this woman did to him, okay, he murdered her. And so you're going to get up there and do a parody over a victim of murder.
And
No,
her unborn child. What did her unborn child do to him? I'm
Mhm.
curious to
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
What did his unborn child do to him? I'm curious to know because his unborn child didn't do nothing to him while he was sticking his dick in her.
Well, I think they were having troubles. They were going to separate and move on, and one more child was going to make it really expensive for him. I think that's probably what it comes down to.
Well,
That's
not only
my
that, he
opinion.
had a girlfriend, so there was that.
Exactly.
Hmm.
All these people in true crime are jealous of that. I want to help him get out of jail so I can get laid.
Fucking gross, man.
Either way, you know, yeah, they can argue till the cows come home. He murdered his wife. He murdered his children. These people are not listening to what he is saying in writing. He did it.
Because it goes
Get
against
over it.
their beliefs. That's right.
Just like, you know, people.
Oh,
don't
you
wanna
mean just like
believe-
the people in this community that are blinded by their hatred for other people and they don't want to believe something that they're telling somebody right in their fucking face? I forgot.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I mean, if you want to get deep, what does evil look like? What does a child murderer look like? What does a pedophile look like? What do these people look like?
It's
next
just
door
like
neighbor.
everybody else.
Your next door neighbor, the lady to wait on you in the grocery store, the motherfucker you buy your cigarettes from, your
And all-
UPS man, the FedEx man, your motherfucking mailman.
Priests and ministers.
Well, we had a motherfucker at CCC when I worked at the jail. He was working for the post office delivering fucking mail and was accused of statutory rape or something. It was a fucking child. It was a pedophile crime, and he was still allowed to go deliver mail until his case was.
Until he's
settled or
proven
whatever.
guilty. That's the way the
Yeah.
feds work. Yeah.
So he was on work release. He was allowed to go deliver mail, even though he had sex with like a 12-year-old.
What the fuck?
What I want
Yeah,
to know is
fucked
if
up,
one of the
ain't it?
12-year-olds was on his route. Probably was.
Who knows? He was allowed to fucking go deliver mail. That's fucked up to me.
Yeah, exactly.
How many 12-year-olds did you pass while you were on your mail route? I thought that was way fucked up.
What does evil really look like? I mean, these are what you got to, you know. Now I know the criminal system convicts innocent people. I
Evil's
understand
always on the inside, never on the out.
But I
But
can change
however, when you got a man putting in his own handwriting, and look, there was a reason why the FBI showed up on his doorstep and not notify him that they were coming. And everything he said in that interview was the truth.
Yep.
He didn't think it was going to be released. That's what he thought. He thought it wasn't going to be released.
But you know how this communities around here like to beat a dead horse.
Oh,
They're wanting to make money on it. That's it.
Mhm.
And it's always rinse and repeat. You ever watch that? I think it's funny. There'll be like 200 people in the room. And they're all asking the same questions, then they'll go off and another one will come on and do the exact same.
Right, but I'm up here talking about why are we allowing a pedophile in our community? And I said, oh, you're glad you keep saying the same shit over and over and over because you don't fucking listen. Why you keep asking the same questions about a case from fucking ever ago, but y'all can't get enough of it? But we got a pedophile running loose over here, and y'all subbing up to him and supporting him. But I'm not supposed to keep saying that over and over, though. I'm sorry. What?
No, this is what it's going on. They're going after Diane, right? They're going after Diane, and they've bonded over going
was
after
waiting to go for it.
Diane, right? So now they've bonded over going after Diane, and they do something this stupid, but they don't want to accept the fact that they've done something this stupid, so they're just going to ignore it, just to keep going at Diane.
Well, just apologize for it and move on.
Stupid.
Quit making fucking excuses. Like, yeah, it was probably distasteful. My bad. I can't say it won't happen again because I made a poor decision. And move the fuck on.
No, they don't want to. I just can't with these weak people. I just can't.
Right? Just be like, I made a poor decision. Okay, it is what it is. It was a poor decision. I thought it'd be funny. It was in poor taste. I shouldn't have done that. My bad. And don't sit over and make excuses. You look more fucking stupid making excuses for it.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody knew who he was. He's already been on news channels. He's been on the internet, on news articles. What is that? News Daily or Daily
That's
Mail?
what I'm saying.
Daily
They-
Mail. He was
That's
on
what I'm
Daily Mail.
saying. She was over, well, I didn't know anything about him until he got up there, blah, 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 blah. And then in the same sense, Churchill says, well, if the Fox News had him on, nobody said anything about that. Oh, so you watched the interview on Fox News, because how else would you know that he was on Fox News? So you knew all about him, so you're lying.
Mhm.
Well, they didn't ask the right questions. Sir, did you jack off? What the American public wants to know.
Nobody wants to know that. I mean,
No.
if you would have had him up, it wouldn't have been such a backlash if you'd have had him up and asked some legit questions like, did you hear Chris Watts on the phone? Like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna keep fucking saying it because you people don't fucking get it.
Stupid is as stupid does over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Lucas, but he was reformed though. You weren't okay with that? He was reformed. It was a 13-year-old girl. At least she wasn't 5. Do you see how fucking ludicrous that sounds?
First of all, the only person who can say somebody's reformed is a psychologist that's deeply embedded with that person in crisis or something. You YouTube assholes don't know that shit.
If he's a level 3, mm-mm.
Well, not only that,
No.
how can you even say that? You didn't know anything about him, remember?
Mm-hmm.
How can you say he's reformed? You didn't know anything about him, remember?
Well, they sat there and let him talk about how he victimized that child.
And also 90% of these offenders reoffend. I mean, it's
And he went into full.
fact.
He went into full detail of what he did to her.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They sit there and let that go on. And yeah, y'all think Nancy Grace would sit there and listen to that?
Right, Fox
Wow.
News didn't let that go on. They asked him legit question about Chris Watts. Because 50 Shades, they asked him legit question about Chris Watts. They didn't ask him fucking gross ass questions like these two fucks over there.
They would have shut that down quickly. Nobody wants to hear that.
And then, like I said, again, at the end, did they say, oh, go sub this motherfucker up? He's got a YouTube channel. Let's go sub him up.
Mm-hmm.
And what gets me is YouTube will sit here and pull your channel down for mentioning Charlie. You know who Charlie is.
Mhm.
But they'll allow people to go around putting predators on here. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Mm.
Right,
Uh,
and they knew what toilet paper Diane's mother used, but you don't know nothing about this motherfucker. Either you know about him or you don't. Which one is it? Either you knew everything about him or you didn't know who he was. You got to pick one and stick with it.
I mean, if I was going to interview him on my channel, I definitely would have vetted him first to let him know, like, see what he is, like, what his background is, what his charges are, if any. Like, if I had discovered that sooner, like, I'd be like, fuck no, you ain't coming on my channel.
But they knew
Well,
that
look,
though,
look,
because
look,
you
look,
can't
look.
use that as an excuse that you didn't know, and then tell everybody, well, he was on Fox News as your defense. Because
Well,
if
here's
you
my
if he was
thing.
on Fox News, you knew what it's about. You watched the episode.
Right. But
Hello?
here's my thing. We're just, he could have never seen Chris Watts the whole time he was there.
Mhm.
Okay. Again, this is a felon who has just come out of prison. And yeah, I'll pay you. They pay you for your story, right?
Mhm.
So has anybody, and don't say, well, Fox had him and all this. They don't know. I mean, I don't know. Can you check in it? I mean, can you check all that pirate? I would think that that kind of stuff would be a no. You cannot be going. I mean, that would be
Thing is, there's no way to prove his story. That's just it. There's no-
exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Don't you remember when they would report like stars and stuff being deceased? And then they would just run with it and didn't even verify it or anything. They just wanted to be the first person out to give
Right.
those, give
yeah.
that. And to come to find out, they got burnt several times on that. Okay, this is the same situation. Can you even verify he was even near Chris Watson prison? Come on now.
Not unless you can find a way to get a hold of the camera footage.
And they're not gonna give that out.
No,
No,
Fred
not-
jail never, except for closed court cases and shit like that.
No, they would
I'm
never.
saying you're taking the word of a man that's been in prison, okay, convicted of a crime, been in prison, come out, and hey, you were in the prison with him. What was he like? Did you see him? We'll pay you if you can tell us anything. Well, heck,
Mhm.
there's cons everywhere. I mean, there's been so many people in that Chris Watts saga over there that's been scammed and catfished out the wazoo.
And I don't know about, like, I don't know anything about what jail, prison, whatever he was in. I don't know where this motherfucker was with him at. Is he claiming that he was in jail with him? Is that
Yes.
the story?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they shared a
Jail or
cell. He's saying they
prison?
shared a cell together.
Jail or prison?
Two different things, exactly.
Yep.
Because if he was in jail with him when he first got arrested, he would have been held in protective custody because he would have been a high profile case. They would not have put him in GP anyway.
Yeah.
He would not have had a cellmate. There are certain things you got to check, dumbasses.
Well, I think he was saying he would be in the library and stuff with him.
Oh, that was in prison. They ain't got no library in jail.
Shit.
Hmm.
I can find a security guard if he's probably retired to say he was in the same room with Watts. Anybody, thousands of people.
Well, yeah,
in
they do
prisons
have
like
prison.
that.
They do have libraries in prisons and stuff for them to go.
I know, yeah,
check for the
prison's not
cases
jail.
and-
I'm talking about two different things. I'm talking about
No,
jail
he's saying
and
he
Yeah.
was
prison.
in prison with him.
Okay,
He's
that
saying
was
he
my
was in-
question. Was he in
Yeah.
prison or jail? Okay.
Yeah, but he wasn't a bunkmate with him. He was across. He says he was across the hall. Right.
Didn't even think of a second that considering this guy was in protective custody in max prison, he had committed a crime that made him a targeted general. Yeah, right. Did they even think for a second that considering this guy was in protective custody in max prison, he had to have committed a crime that made him a target in general population? Right.
That's what I said on Mandolin's panel. Like he could have, like they were not going to have him in general population.
Oh,
I
he
think
was
they
in a
were gonna kill him.
maximum security prison. I don't know about you, but they generally don't put people that, just had fingered a 13-year-old but thought she was 18 for their first offense in a maximum security prison. Just saying.
Nope.
Well,
Sounds
you
like-
know.
He was just looking for notoriety because he got out of jail. So I think all that was.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. I don't know about y'all, but they generally don't do that on your first offense.
Yep.
And usually you're very lucky if you catch a pedophile on their first run around. Usually it's way after.
Mm.
You hear that, Stitches? Is he still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
His name's still up there, but
He was muted earlier.
He done fell asleep.
He's back there telling his kids to get their hinds together. Get their
I
crap
heard him
together.
yelling at somebody. So
Or I think
He
someone
said,
else
"Get your-"
was
He
yelling.
said, get your crap together. Get your chores done. He's a southern daddy. I know what's going on there.
he was talking to his dogs. Yeah.
Oh, when Chris Watts went to the shoe, he moved into his cell. Yeah, okay. I mean, they generally put you in maximum security prison when your first offense of fingering a 13-year-old when you thought she was 18. Yeah, they do that.
And
Well,
again, you're going about what he said.
Right.
Can he prove this? Is there any proof? I mean, he may have been on the other side of the prison, for goodness sakes,
Mhm.
Right.
telling people what they want to hear just to get
Because,
money.
I mean,
There's no way for you to verify where he was housed. The prison's not going to give you out that information.
you got guys that just done petty shit. They were in the same prison with Charles Manson. Doesn't mean he bunked with him.
Right, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That prison, there's no way for you to verify that the prison's not going to give you his housing information where he was housed because that, you know what I'm saying. That's a
No, probably the only thing he can prove is that he was in the same prison.
right. He can
with
prove he was
him.
in the prison with him. They're not going to give any kind of housing information because a lot of times your housing information where you're classified it has something to do with your crime, so they're not going to do that.
Mm.
And any attorney, you got a defense attorney, ain't gonna allow none of that bullshit either.
No, you're not going to get any of that information. So now jail's different, but if he's a maximum security prison, they're not gonna tell you. So he could say, yeah, he could tell you he was his bunkmate. There's no way to verify it.
Right,
Mm.
that's what I'm saying. And as many times as they've been catfished over there about this Chris Watts thing,
You would think they know better.
you would think they would go, look, dude. So basically, now you're just throwing anything that everything that anybody's coming in
Yeah,
and
but-
saying.
Right,
Can you
they don't-
imagine if somebody
they
sat
don't
down and
care,
let
though,
he
as long
let
as it
Chris
gets
Watts,
views.
somebody
Right,
sit down and let Chris
Stitches.
Watts look at all this? He think these people are fucking ignorant.
Hey, Stitches.
Hey, pirate.
I was calling for you because you do have you have some experience being a bail bondsman and all.
Okay.
They generally put somebody who has first offense because they were 20 and thought that they were 13 and fingered a 13-year-old girl in a maximum security prison, correct?
Well, yeah.
On their first offense and all.
Well, I don't know about the first offense.
What's his first offense?
They might stick you in regular prison, but usually not a super max.
Max prison with Chris
He's a
Watts.
tier. He's a tier 3. That means he's reoffended, right? I mean,
Well,
Well, he's
never
had
first
to have to get
offense.
that status. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a repeat offender.
Well, I'm telling you, he's a repeat offender because he mutilates his penis. So yeah, he's a repeat offender, and he's mutilated it to the fact that he has to have neural surgery on it. So yeah, he's a
Now,
repeat
would
offender.
anything he done before 18, would they consider that in his?
No. They know as a juvenile case.
Yeah.
Those records would be sealed anyway.
Yeah, I think he said he has to have another 7 surgeries. Or I think he's
Look,
had 7 already.
He
I've
doesn't
worked,
need the damn thing anyway, so I had the surgery.
look, I've worked in the penile system, pun intended.
Here we go. Good pun.
Pun intended, for many years, and I've worked with that population of people. And we had a dude that we had to keep in a single cell the whole time he was there in a turtle suit, okay, because he got sexual pleasure from mutilating his organ, and he put staples and like anything in the end of his urethra, and he had mutilated it to the fact it didn't even look like a urethra anymore, and his ass still didn't have to have neurosurgery. So what the fuck have you done? Just saying, that motherfucker looked like a radish on the end.
Looked like he would have got that asshole in a psych unit somewhere.
Oh, he had been to the psych unit. He had been to KCPC several times for the criminally insane.
Yeah,
Oh
listen
my
to
God.
you.
His penis looked like a radish on the end, and he didn't even have neurosurgery. So what have you done?
I mean, hey, look, the DC community is not the DC community anymore.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not.
Because I'm telling you, if this guy had rolled in with the true DC community, they ain't a string holder in this community that would have said, come on in.
Nope.
I wonder how long he's been lurking and creeping around the community to begin with.
he probably wasn't till they brought his ass over here.
More than likely, yes. I
Probably
agree,
over in,
Stitches.
probably over in his own little community with the rest of the trash like him, and then they drug him over.
I don't know, Lucas. I know for a fact that he was rearrested because he didn't register.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he absconded twice from registration problems, I think it was. If somebody said.
I don't know, Tally Girl.
I mean, that don't sound like to me somebody that's reformed and
No.
done that time. That sounds to me like somebody that's still fighting the system, like that's still going against the system and going to do what he wants to do.
Right.
I don't know. I still like the old West. Reform was at the end of a rope.
I mean, listen up, dude. You may have paid your time to society. No, you haven't. No pedophile ever pays his time to society.
Can you imagine that? Like we said
I
the
know,
other
Sarah,
night.
that's terrible.
Like that girl said that one time on TV, you know, for 15 minutes of pleasure, I've got to be a prisoner the rest of my life. You know, it's you think about that.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, as y'all know, I used to work with kids and stuff, and I seen the devastation these people caused.
Who's ad? I don't ad stay the
And
Armchair,
they-
armchair
Mm.
detective.
Oh, okay.
He also interviewed him.
See, I don't know those people.
But I
over
bet you
there.
he didn't say he was going to take one for the team, did he?
No, I don't
He
think
said he was
so.
gonna take one for the team and fuck him because that's what Molly Golightly said. She take one for the team, go fuck his pedophile. I hate to burst her bubble. He not interested. She ain't. She too old.
you too
Mhm.
old, MGL, too old.
You got big boobies. He don't like those. He like little ones.
Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, though. You see it. Anything for views and money.
Like if you over supporting that, don't come over here. I'd rather
Mm-mm.
have fucking 12 motherfuckers in here that don't support that than 1,000 that do.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't get on here to make money. I'm not coming on here selling candles and having super chats and join buttons and all this other bullshit.
And all of them over there are just backpedaling, like, "Oh no, you don't support him. You like saying this to Laura, like, oh no, you weren't even nice when you were asking him your questions. You
The
know,
hell
didn't
you weren't.
support
You
him.
was over
Are you
fucking
kidding me?
laughing. Go watch the video, motherfucker. Well, her she was 5. She was 13. At least she wasn't 5. Well, she been 5. You
Again,
gonna say at least
again,
she wasn't 2.
look, again, they want to excuse it because they bonded with going after Diane, not realizing that you teamed up with some pretty vile people. It's okay. We've all been there.
What? Who threw him off? You need to go. Who threw him off as soon as they found out the offense? If you say Molly Golightly, bitch, you wrong.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, it was Armchair Detective that did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who these people
girl.
are.
You about to trigger me on my ass.
No, because when he was up on MGL's, Pam hopped up, and then like a minute later he just hopped back off. But then as soon as Pam jumped off, Molly brought him back up.
So that's what normal
Oh.
person would do as soon as they figure out what he
Right.
was. They was like, "Oh, you got to go."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no.
Yeah.
Pam had enough sense to say, "Get the oh hell no, no." Pam,
What gets
look, y'all,
me?
when Pam is
that
the
when
voice
Pam
of
says-
reason,
Bye. You, yeah.
I still can't believe it was her that actually went up and actually made sense.
right?
Oh my god, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that.
Y'all got me standing with Pam. Put that in your juice box and suck it.
Did you ever
Also-
think you'd see that day, Pirate?
No.
Also, everybody knows who and what he is. So if anybody
Uh.
has him on their panel anymore, they're a pedo lover too, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we'll go.
No, it's also not.
We'll
No,
see
sorry.
who's in this live stream when he starts streaming. I reckon.
No, let's also
We'll
not
have to
forget who.
keep an eye on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's also not forget who told him to take his meds so he could get better.
Yeah. Okay.
There ain't no such thing, dumbasses.
You may want to inform Janie of that.
Right, and how he served his time. So he's
The only thing medicine will do, it might curb your appetite, but it won't get rid of the underlying cause.
Exactly, Lucas. She knew.
I'm sorry,
she
naughty
knew.
Audie.
They already knew.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, we didn't know who he was," but then you turn around and say that you saw him on Armchair Detective, you saw him on Fox News, you saw him on CNN, you watched all of that, so you knew who he was. Because otherwise, you wouldn't have known that he had been on those channels. That's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. Pick to an excuse and stick to it.
Are you a lemming? Does that mean if I jump off a cliff, you're going to follow my ass?
But I'm saying I can't sit here and say I don't know anything about Hotel Cecil, but I watched the documentary. The fuck.
Okay. Well, I'm watching Laura's right now, and I just saw a comment that it said Laura's freak out over the paperclip after he was gone was funny. What?
Oh, that's hilarious. You know he's thinking of little girls while he's doing that, right? Grosso.
Yeah,
You
and
realize that.
the person's name is Chessie that said that. Yeah, definitely not.
Hey, Icky.
The thought of that, it's disgusting.
He's thinking of little girls while he does it. That's how he controls his impulses. You do realize that, Laura. It's
Icky.
that's hilarious. At least she was 13 and not 5.
Look, if the questions and stuff would have stayed professional, okay. But once you he sat up there and described how he basically victimized his child, and yeah, a 13-year-old is still a child.
Mhm.
And then because let's face it, that's like when we interview people or whatever, and we bring them in the community and we go, hey, sub up. That's basically, we support this person. Y'all go watch them. That's showing support towards that person.
Yeah, everybody on here is such good detective work. I've put somebody to go dig up the
So,
parents of this little girl and tell her all the
Now,
names of these people and
here's
giving
my
them a
thing.
platform.
Here's my thing. If you know this guy is a level 3 sex offender, you know a majority, because let's face it, a majority of your viewers, and that is a scientific fact, that you have a lot of women in the crime communities. All right.
Yeah.
Why would you put your viewers, like, why would you bring someone like this and welcome them in with open arms, knowing that a majority of your audience is women?
Also, you put targets on all your chatters. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, to me, when you're interviewing these type of people, you do have some form of responsibility to your subscribers.
They don't care about their
mean,
subscribers. I mean, that's what it is.
Exactly.
And Naughty Audie, I know, and I'm not wrong, because I've worked with this population of people. That's what they do. He actually admitted to that. He said he did it to stop the thoughts. Right? They mutilate their penis. Hello, that I've been saying that.
All right, Pirate, I'm gonna get down because
Yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna go eat me a steak off the
Yeah, I have
grill.
to hop down too.
Yeah, Mike,
I
I'm
gotta
glad
go
you
anyway.
got to see me, and I don't
I
stay
know
as
the
long
pleasure
next
was
time.
all yours.
I know it was, sir.
Thanks, Pirate.
All right.
Oh, thanks, Naughty
All
Audie.
right. Everybody in the chat, see you later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.